Hey everybody, welcome to Mentor, Ohio to the race shop. We got some special guests with us tonight. Rich Rankin already starting shit. We're not even on the air yet, and he's stealing mugs and other things here. But we have a great show for you tonight. We have two of the legends. Well, to me, my mentor, a legend in local racing. Nick Arugas, welcome, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
I'm so glad. I couldn't remember. I was thinking the other day, did I ever have you on the K&R show?
Yeah, you and I did that.
I couldn't remember.
Yes.
That's me getting old.
Yes.
You think Jim Foose would have said, here's some photos or something?
He wasn't there. What?
You wasn't there tonight?
No, 2 years.
Dude, how much fun did we have doing
That was fun.
That was a blast.
We worked on a Saturday night at Lorraine, and then we got promoted too. That was the
Dude, we would be at Lorraine all night and get up on Sunday morning and have to go do the K&R show.
And I just lived down the street from there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And Rich, he lived in the rich neighborhood in Wellington. Does Wellington still have gates on 58 and all that, or on Route 10 to get into Wellington?
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm definitely talking to you. But we have so much to talk. The funny thing is, Nick walks in and says, this is Nick. He's always been like this to me. He's never, ever changed. He walks in and the first thing he says to me, don't ask stupid questions tonight.
That was the first thing he said.
Didn't say hi, anything. Don't ask stupid questions tonight. Rich, what the hell are you doing?
I'm readjusting my hearing device.
Hearing aid.
Uncle Sam give you hearing aids and they make your ears itch.
We have so much to talk about tonight. I have to wait till Thursday to talk about my Natalie Decker. I had a whole segment with Natalie Decker. And Nick comes in and says, we can't talk about Natalie Decker. So we're not going to talk about, but I will do that on Thursday's show because Kenny Wallace has said some things about it. But the only thing I'm going to say with Kenny Wallace, and we all love Kenny Wallace. He's great. He's entertaining. But man, you can't get on that train. You just can't. So anyways, getting into Nick. So I'm going to go with you from the history. Now you started running racetracks and getting racing, what was it, 18, 19 or something like that?
I started working at Cloverleaf because I lived right in Garfield.
What was the track? Was it before dirt or was it
always
dirt?
asphalt.
I don't know, Rich.
It was never dirt.
In
Jerry.
1819, when he started racing Model Ts there, it was it even dirt? What would you guys use back then? Wood chips?
It was asphalt. It's a large quarter mile. It's a quarter mile on the inside.
So is that your first ever
Yes.
job at a racetrack was Cloverleaf?
Yes. First attending one was Cloverleaf.
So your first
My
stock car.
dad took me down when I was a young kid. Yeah.
So let's back up to that. You're a little kid. Where'd you grow up at?
Garfield Heights, 1 mile away.
So you're not in the same house, right?
No, I'm in Broadview Heights.
I was gonna say, man, still got a coal heater in there and everything.
No. Moved away a long time ago.
So as a kid, where did you get your love for racing?
My dad taking me down there because we could hear the cars run from my home in Garfield and the announcer, pretty much crystal clear.
Wow.
You felt like you were there without seeing the cars going around.
You could hear that all the way up at your house?
Yes, you can.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, you remember too, man, on Sunday nights, neighbors complaining, calling the police. Were you guys, and I'm going to jump all over because you know my ADD,
Yeah.
but didn't neighbors call during race season?
No.
Even they didn't? It was quiet?
Well, they had a curfew. When it first started, they didn't. And then, yes, people complained. And then I think maybe 4 or 5 years into it, they started a curfew mandated by the
It was like
village of
11
Alameda,
o'clock or something?
11 o'clock.
So as a kid, your dad was going there, taking you there. Did your dad race at all or
No.
anything? You guys just went there to?
No, my dad was a Greek immigrant. He just took me down there because I asked him to take me. My brother didn't go, but he did get involved.
Yeah.
You know, with me in the racing thing. But he took me and sat in turn one. As soon as you paid to come in the box office, made a sharp right, sat there. It was great.
So as a kid, you're going to.
Bob Sibla at that time was my favorite race driver.
Wait, Bob Sibla was racing
Yes.
when you went there as a kid?
Yes.
The Bob Sibla.
The Bob Sibla.
Wow.
And he knows that because I've told him many a time.
How crazy is that? So as a kid, you go to Cloverleaf in the summer. You go there for the first time as a kid with your dad. Did you fall in love with it the first time
Yes.
you went?
Yes.
Give me a memory of you as a kid going there. with Cloverleaf? What made you, as a kid, fall in love with it?
I mean, my dad was not in auto racing. He just took me, and maybe we went twice, 3 times a year. That was it.
That was it?
Yeah, we didn't go that much in the beginning. No.
Did you want to, as a kid though, did you want to keep going?
Yeah, I wanted to go.
So, what was your favorite class back then? Because what were they?
Late model.
Were they really? How many? I bet that place was packed back then, wasn't it?
Back then, at least 20, minimum 20, minimum.
Wow.
And then they had rat racers.
Which would
Not
be
in-
street stocks, right?
No, amateur.
Oh, okay.
Spectator. They didn't start it right away. I don't remember. They had 3 divisions. They had a middle class, but I don't remember the name or anything. Sports stock, I think it was. Yeah.
Who were the heroes for you back then, besides Bob Sibla?
Bob Miller. I can't remember Jerry. Yeah, you're getting
Kimberly,
Gemberling, Roy Gemberling.
Moore Brothers.
Moore Brothers,
Bickerstaff.
Jim and John Bohr. Jim Bickerstaff when he came, because he came from, he was from Sharon. He raced at Sharon a lot.
Collada Brothers.
Galata,
Lou and Tony.
Sam DeCapita.
And I know I'm jumping way ahead, and I'll get back to this. When did you two connect?
He was assistant flagman, and I was working in the concession. I watched him flag, that's all.
How did you get there? How did you fall in love with Cloverleaf? What made you go, hey, I want to be a flagman here at Cloverleaf Speedway?
I'll be honest with you, I never fell in love with Cloverleaf.
No, he did.
I worked for John Lemo. John was promoter for Painesville, Cloverleaf, and Lorraine.
Yeah, he was the original promoter.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
You get him free. Lombardo's Foss, they owned 5 tracks. Get him free tracks because you're an employee. So
He didn't own the. They built Lombardo's built Painesville and Cloverleaf.
Okay.
Yeah. He got the rest of them later in the early 70s.
Could you imagine if you look back on those days? I think Painesville, and don't quote me on the exact number, but I think it's 50 to 55 acres right there. Do you remember what Cloverleaf was acreage wise?
No, I don't.
Because it had to be pretty close to that, wouldn't you think?
Cloverleaf was, the acreage is more.
Was it a lot
A
more?
lot more, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because it went all the way to the hill, didn't it?
Yes, and up the hill too.
Yeah.
But I don't remember, no.
So let's jump a little bit from you going there as a kid and doing. When did you decide that you wanted to get into this side of it, the management side of it?
Well, you're going way ahead. I had friends that I grew up with. They got jobs there in the concession stand. And one of the jobs was they would vend pop, in a cold.
Yeah, you'd walk around the grandstands.
And
You
the
mean?
one wanted me to come in down, and I did it. I vended pop, and it was pretty neat, and made money. Probably averaged about $50 a night.
Wow.
Yeah, back then.
Wow, that's a lot of money for a kid.
And little by little, I progressed in the concession business.
So, as a kid going through the grandstands, and I'm assuming Cloverleaf, the grandstands were packed.
It was
So when you went to,
packed to me is shoulder to shoulder.
yeah.
Very full, very full.
Was it
And
always
minimum
Sundays,
at
Dave?
least 3,000 people?
Was it always Sundays?
Yes.
It was always Sundays.
And then they did some Saturdays, and Friday too sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, some
Very
Fridays.
rarely, but
So as a kid going to the grandstands, you're holding this pop. Did you get nervous ever? Like, because you know how the fans can
No, I was
be.
able to watch the races at the same time.
Yeah.
No.
I'm trying to envision you going, because knowing the way you are now, I just picture someone trying to buy one pop and you go, no, you need
So
two.
then I got in. Then I wound up running the pop stand, with other people
Yeah.
serving them, and then eventually I became stock boy. Supplied the stands with food, and then one year, 73, I think it was, they asked me to run the pit concession. So I ran the pit concession, which was a good thing
Yeah.
because that's where I got to meet a lot of the racers.
Yeah.
Parked right in front of me every Sunday was Sam DeCapita. They were very nice people. And the tire guy, Adamick, he was right there.
Was it like Ray Adamick and those guys,
Yes.
that group? Yeah. Man, how,
But I met a lot of the racers, pit crew members, everything back then.
I didn't even know Cloverleaf had a pick-in session.
Yes, they did.
The whole time?
Whole time.
Wow, I didn't know. Where was it?
When you pull in the track facing to the right.
So like more towards the grandstand?
Towards the 480 bridge.
Okay. Man, all the time.
And that was, half of it was a concession stand, the other half was the pit gate.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Buy your membership.
All right. So so that summer ends. When does it start clicking to you that you want to do more there?
Boy, did the concessions.
You never raced or anything,
Well,
right?
yes.
Oh, you did?
Just a
Okay.
little bit. And then the other thing that happened was that's when they acquired Dragway 42 and 72. Dragway 42 in Thompson, and they expanded the business. They wanted me to help do the concession.
This
And
is still Lombardo, or is this?
This is Lombardo.
Okay.
And they asked me to run the concession stand at Dragway 42. I did that for almost 10 years. I mean, my last year there was 82. And that was the first year we leased Paynesville only.
Okay.
No, 81. I'm sorry, 81.
So Lombardo at that time, while they owned the two drag strips in Cloverleaf, did they own Paynesville at the same time?
Yes.
So they had 4
And Lorraine.
facilities running at one time.
Yeah, 5.
So Lorraine, did you enjoy the drag racing part of it all? Or
Yeah.
Did you really? You weren't
Yeah,
bored with
met-
it?
Met a lot of the old timers, yeah. Met
Did-
a lot of
So what excited you more? Was it the circle track or was it,
both. So I enjoy
you just
both.
like the sport?
Yeah, I watch both currently.
So and we'll get to that. We'll get to current racing here eventually, but I got to go down this road because I want people to see the true you.
Mhm.
So 81, you said you guys leased Paynesville?
No, yeah,
Go ahead.
80. He was offering Paynesville for lease and Lorraine. We didn't take Lorraine, we took Paynesville. The other ones weren't available yet. He was just testing it out.
Okay.
I don't remember who leased. Do you remember who leased Lorraine in 81?
George, when John Lemmel run it, was the promoter for Lombardo's.
Correct.
When they purchased Thompson, George Eisenhart,
George Isaac,
Come-
yeah, he
come
ran
with
everything,
Thompson.
yes.
and George ran it till ORA came along, and after ORA came along.
But Lorraine wasn't doing well then.
No,
They were
no.
they were having problems with super modifieds. It was offered to us to lease, but it wasn't doing well, so we just
Yeah.
passed on it. It was that bad.
Who was ORA? Who was that? Who started ORA? Who ran ORA?
ORA originally was Ohio Racing Association, started by Clyde Shaver, who worked for Lombardo's too, and he was originally an ARCA official when ARCA started, and they started the sanctioning body then. Then when Lombardo got out of the complete racing business, and we got the tracks, I had to change the name to Oval Racing Association
Oh,
because
okay.
he had the corporation under his Lombardo's name.
So at Cloverleaf, I only remember ARCA, some big ARCA races at Cloverleaf.
Yes.
Did you guys bring anything else in besides ARCA, or was it just ARCA, the big races?
There was a couple of years I had the ARCA in there. ARCA was the original sanction body in the early 60s.
Yeah.
How many years I don't remember,
So there was, and Rich and I talked about this the last time. The ARCA, one of the ARCA races you had, was it Waltrip?
Yes, Michael Waltrip, he drove for Kent Pennington. And we had
Davey was there.
Davey Allison was there.
His dad came up to
His
the
dad
tower
came.
Oh wow.
during for interviewing him. Very, very
Yeah.
great people.
Yeah. So with that series coming in, how much did it help you guys back then in bringing a series like Archer, or was it just
It helped, but it was a little pricey to run it there. Just,
yeah?
we did it for 3 years, and and every year they kept on raising the purse. So
Yeah.
we just had to pass on it. We just weren't getting the attendance that we thought we would get.
Were you getting a car count? Do you
The
remember
cars, no problem.
the car count? They were showing
Car
up.
was no problem, no problem.
Big names.
Yeah, they were all back
Big
then.
names.
I can't remember all of them, but
So think about
Bobby
this.
Daughter,
You think about Ken Pennington. You're talking. You're obviously talking about the old man.
yeah, 89.
Man, to get Darrell Waltrip in a car.
No, he didn't run Cloverleaf. Michael Walter.
That's what I'm saying.
Michael.
Michael Waltrip ran. Did he race for Pennington?
Yes, he was their driver.
Man, I wonder how that even came about.
I don't remember.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got his start. I think Michael asked Kenny, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
That's pretty cool, to
Yeah.
think about it. People don't realize the history that Ohio brings with stock car racing.
Well, there's a lot, yeah.
And they really don't. They just like, oh, it's Ohio. There's nothing going on. It's not like North Carolina.
I'm going to give you a funny one. This goes back to the concession. I have a home in Daytona Beach, and I go to a local bar, Iron Horse Saloon, and this was last year. And we're sitting in there. This is how many people I meet. I have a Clovis Speedway bumper sticker in the window there. I don't know if you saw it. But we're sitting there, me and my wife, we went out to dinner, we stopped there to get drinks. I know some of the bartenders there, and there's a couple already sitting there. And Jerry, I swear to God, 45 minutes go by and he points at me. Nick, you're Nick from Driveway 42. You had the best hot dogs. And his wife points to my wife, and you cooked them. My wife's jaw dropped. I mean, to remember, I had
How
no
in the hell do you remember
And
something
I go,
like that?
I go, we're at Iron Horse is a biker bar.
Yeah.
And I go, obviously, you drag race bikes every Sunday. I was there every Sunday. Very nice guy. Yeah. I mean, I've been meeting a lot of people there. They're from Cleveland.
Talking about Iron Horse on Main Street or
Iron Horse on Route 1.
on Route 1? Okay. All right. Someone's knocking at the door.
That might be pizza.
Oh, I love that. Oh, it's pizza.
Yeah, Laura ordered pizza.
Uh,
Just to bring back memories, Nick, it's $3 a slice.
I'll tell you this.
we didn't serve pizza.
Why
It
not?
was simple. We had hot dogs, French fries, Coke or Pepsi, beer, peanuts. It was very simple. Cotton candy, snow cones, no hamburgers, nothing.
Stop and think of this. You got this big menu at a racetrack.
Yeah.
How many times have you had a couple say, hey, hon, let's go out to the races and have supper tonight? It don't happen.
Do you know what? Honestly, it's changed over the years. When we were over at Mansfield, people were showing up early and getting meals, but we had full kitchens in there.
Yes.
Racetracks today don't have that.
How do you know they weren't from the prison?
They could have been. They probably broke out, come down here to eat, went back to prison. But it has changed over the years. It's back to hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yeah.
For the longest time, racetracks were serving everything.
Thank you.
Rich, that's $3.
Nick, are
Man.
you sure?
No.
Do you take
Okay.
Not right
credit
now.
card?
So
yeah.
my
After that,
interest is, where did you go from the concession guy to actually managing or stepping up? So did you go concession?
When I got hired to run, I was the overall manager for all the concessions. And I actually, I had someone run, I didn't have someone. She was already there at Thompson. Cloverleaf, I put my brother in there because he worked for the Cloverleaf Drive-In,
Okay.
and he ran that. I still ran Dragway 42 and Paynesville's concession. Lorraine had the Zutch family run it. So I just oversaw everything. And then as he was starting to get out of it, that's when George Eisenhower, we had a meeting. Carl Lombardo offered the lease to us to start things going. And in 81, I still did the concessions, but I watched the races. It was in 82 when we acquired Cloverleaf that I got involved. And I was the race director. But
Did you want to do that?
Yeah.
You did? You wanted to race direct at that point?
And
Did you know the year before, like, you have that?
well, yes and no. We didn't have a flagman, so I flagged and race directed. I had a great scoring staff in the tower.
Yeah.
In the manual way, and we did good. Yeah, that's when I got out of the concession and I did the racing full time. You know.
So, Laura, I don't know what Wallencheck's talking about. Can you tell us? So he's like, can you tell them, please, or whatever?
David Wallencheck respects you both very much and wanted us to tell you guys that he said hello.
Oh, hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
He's watching and
Yeah.
he wants.
You know Lorraine's
And
still
then-
closed.
Then he said Nick. he
It's
said
a shame you can't announce.
he said Nick got me a T-shirt from there. I don't know if that was that Cloverleaf or not.
Yes,
but-
I did.
Are you
Oh
trying
no,
to?
Iron Horse.
Oh,
I
Iron
can't-
Horse. Yeah.
Iron Horse. I got him a T-shirt.
Are you trying to tell Wallencheck to go to Lorraine on Saturday nights and just announce
Well,
by himself right now? Is that what you're saying?
Didn't we go to a concert?
At Iron
Was
Horse.
it Ormond Beach?
We
Ormond
seen him there.
You
We
were
couldn't
there.
get to
Oh,
that.
yeah.
What year was that?
It was
It was
probably
like 3 years ago.
yeah, like
It was
3
for
years
Bike
ago.
Week.
Yeah,
we
we
saw,
seen
we
you
saw
there.
That's right.
David Allen Coe, or no?
Yeah, it was David Allen.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just
He
passed.
just passed. We
Yeah.
saw him there. Yep.
But if you
We
remember,
should sit next to him, drink beer.
yeah, but if you remember the last time we seen him at Iron Horse,
Yeah.
they were holding him up.
Yeah, mumbles.
Yeah, his wife was like, he can't shake your hand or
He wrote
nothing.
a lot of good songs, and when he could sing, he sang good.
Yeah.
And Brian Dolan has been commenting. He said hello to both of you.
Hey, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
And I got not because I like David Allen Coe. He put on great shows over there, but listen, he's such an entertainer. He still packed the place.
Yes.
People would still come
No,
and
he
pack
was,
the place.
he was a big thing down there, yeah.
And then when he did his #1 song or whatever it
He
was,
got real sick, I think it's been 2 years, and he's from Akron originally.
Yeah.
And his wife brought him back up here. He passed here. in
oh, he
Akron.
did? I didn't know that. I thought he was in Florida or something.
No. House is up for sale down there. yeah.
Wow. You're gonna try to buy it, Nick, with all your money?
My buddy looked into it. He said it's not bad,
Wow.
but I don't know.
So the year before you're watching this stuff, so like for me, and this is about you, I don't really talk about me, but like the year before I knew I wanted to start doing what you do, I kind of started watching everything that was going on. You know, you had me in a concession, you had me in a tech garage, you had me doing this, you had me doing that. Did you do that the year before, or did you
I
like?
did tech, yes.
So you were like going through that
Yes,
process.
yes.
Of all those jobs in there, which one did you hate the most?
Really, none of them.
Really, you liked them
I
all?
liked them all, yeah.
Did you ever announce? You ever get an opportunity?
Yes,
Did you really?
yes. I did every job. Even going to the bathroom and cleaning toilets. Did every job.
You
What-
had to.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about that generation, man. You had to learn to do that.
I brought that picture. Here. If you could see it.
Let's see if we
That's
can-
me when I was stock boy delivering hot dogs to the pit concession.
That is pretty
And
badass.
that's a that 60s late model. I don't know. I can't see the number. This
I
is
can't
this is
see it.
this is I don't know. I think this is 83. That's when I was still flagging. And
That you up in the flag stand now?
That's me right there. Yeah. And that's the kind of crowd we got. And that's Roger Black.
Wow. Look at it. So those were late model. It was Roger.
This is late model. Yeah, this
That's
is
a late model
yeah.
from the 70s.
And
Wow.
on the outside of him is, I'm pretty sure, is Walt Ellis.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, we talked when I had Bobby Conklin in here. Jim Foose Jr. said two of the best racing promotion business in the business right there, meaning you two.
To the best of the racing promotion business.
So we were talking, and I don't remember if you were there. I think you were the promoter with Kevin back then. You worked with Ruick, right?
The only thing I did with him when he did a motorcycle demo at Mansfield.
Yeah.
Track was already closed for a little bit. He convinced Mike Zarilla to let him do it. And the original concession guy, which I don't remember his name, do you?
John Szymanski, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I think it was John Szymanski.
Very nice guy. But
Yeah. He was a
He
Cleveland
needs-
fireman, wasn't he?
No, he was from down there.
Oh, then I'm
Yeah.
thinking of someone else.
And Kevin called me. He says, I need someone to run the concession. I said, you know what to do. So I did. You know, Mike Zarilla he was impressed.
Yeah.
You know, and I had a lot of my same people that worked for me come and help me do it. We did good.
So-
We had a great crowd that night, if you recall. Yeah.
So when did you actually go in? So was Cloverleaf the first track you managed, or was it Paynesville?
No, Cloverleaf.
Cloverleaf's the first track you managed.
Yeah, 82 was my first full year managing both Cloverleaf and Paynesville.
How, in your opinion, how did that go being new at it?
Well,
Was everybody pretty rough on you doing it?
no, because they knew us. We were already there.
Yeah.
We had worked with the original owner and everything. All the people that were officials were already officials prior. There wasn't really nobody new, you know. All I had the same, maybe a couple, but the same people. Yeah.
When did you come in with them?
He was there already.
You were there already?
Yeah. He's there longer than me.
How did I not know this? I thought you showed up when Nick showed up.
I'll tell you
No.
my approach from day one at the racetrack till the day I quit breathing. I'm not the show.
Exactly.
I stay in the background. I don't care. You know, people, drivers say, well, I don't know you. Well, I was there. Trust me. I had more influence over what you were doing than you realized, but they didn't come to see.
No, they didn't
Me
come
or
to
Nick?
see. Richard's
No.
absolutely right. That's how we were.
He was, since you and I've met, you have always said that. That has always been your thing. I'm not the show.
No.
No.
But I'm telling you what, when you get on that mic, you are the show. You are honestly,
I'm going to tell you right now, for me, there was nothing neater in my life than the Leaf or Lorraine or even a high miler at Sandusky when you had 3,000 people there and you could get them, whether you're announcing or flagging, get them rocking and rolling.
yeah.
Yes.
Get into it. Everything goes. It's great. We used to stay on a tower, and I'd tell Nick, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how you can take a piece of shit and make it look like filet mignon. You know, you got five cars out here in a feature.
Can't do it.
No, it don't work. I mean, it's all for the fans.
Yeah.
They're the people that make that happen, and you know, you feel bad. You know, you just
But you did it. You know you did it, though. With 5 cars out there, with you announcing,
you had to do it.
he knew how to entertain the crowd with 5 cars.
Like the most fun I had was with you. You and I would, Jerry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
But it's like every time that we got together, though, we entertained. We
Yeah,
entertained.
That's part of the
You
deal.
did your thing, we did our thing, and it came together so flawlessly.
Bob Collin on the move, on the go, you know.
Yeah. So, you know, the first time I actually met Rich, all right, so when I come up there to announce, Rich said what he said. He said, we're here to entertain.
Correct.
We're not the show.
No.
We have to engage these. In my first experience with you, and I'll never forget it at Lorraine, somebody came up to the tower during a race, opened the door, and started yelling at you.
Yeah.
This is my first experience with you. Like,
I did not like that.
you turned and looked at him and
Average
said,
driver
get the
would do
fuck out of my tower, or I'm going to throw you out of my fucking tower. And you kind of pushed him a little bit and slammed the door and locked.
People commit
I
suicide
don't
every
know,
day.
Don't come.
So here's little old me trying to learn the business in the sections, kind of like you did. And I'm over here announcing, and I looked at Rich, and Rich goes, let it go. Just let it go.
Jerry, stop hitting the freaking table. It's moving the camera.
I'm sorry. So that night, that little trigger off. So what was your trigger to tell you this is what I wanted? I want to promote these tracks. We all have a trigger. What was yours?
I had been down there. I wanted to do it. I thought I could do a better job. You know, remember what we discussed before?
Yeah.
You know, I thought I could do it. You know, I've been around people that had been doing it, and they were teaching me. You know, like Clyde Shaver when we first started. He goes, "You got one problem." He goes, "What? You want to be friends with everybody? That's not going to work." He goes, "Stop it.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Don't
that
be
part.
friends." He goes, "If they want to be friends with you later after we're done, fine, talk to them. But don't be friends during a program.
So
You got to be a professional official."
So getting to that, I want to expand on that, and then we'll get back to the history of you getting to where you were. So one of the things I had a problem with is I was friends with everybody. I wanted to be friends with
Yeah,
everybody.
that's a mistake.
And you yelled at me one night, and it had nothing to do with anything. You just said, stop trying to be, I mean, you literally yelled at me.
Yeah,
You said, stop trying to be friends with everybody. And matter of fact, I remember it was when we built that first compact car and we parked it down out front.
Front wheel drive.
Front wheel drive. We built the first
I don't
one.
like the
First,
word compact.
sorry about that. But we got this car, and I'm down there talking, trying to get people to get cars together and try to do what they're doing. And you come over to me and say, get up in the tower. Stop trying to be fucking friends with these people. You're not going to be friends with these people. When race is over, be their friend.
Yeah.
But during when you
They
come in
up
this
and give
game,
you a beer, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
and that stuck with me.
And you could discuss anything you want after. Remember, we had the video, and I used to tell everybody, we have video. We're making calls. You know, you want to see the video? Come up after. and
After
we'll play.
racing.
You know.
And there were a couple of guys that didn't like following that, and it would just make
Well,
you live it.
most of them, once they saw it, they understood. They understood the call.
Yeah. Brian Dolan said it, and this is your philosophy. Everyone was a number.
Yes.
Not
That's-
a person.
Bingo.
That's the only
Thank
way
you,
can do it.
Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That-
absolutely right.
Let's be honest,
That-
it's not a sport. It's a business. From our side, it's
Yeah.
a business.
I
We
hate
happen to
when,
like.
when one of my officials, and Brian will testify, sometimes they would say, Smith did this. I go, wait, I don't want to hear his last name. He's got a car number.
Yeah.
Tell me the car. Don't make it personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, you and I and Rich, we've talked about this for years. And it's becoming more and more of a subject. Racers becoming track owners or running racetracks. And I don't, unless you correct me, I've not seen it be successful, even on the higher end with like NASCAR Weekly Racing or NASCAR drivers. How many NASCAR drivers have we seen buy racetracks and it didn't work?
There was a few.
So we've all three have always agreed that it's tough to find a racer to own a racetrack or run a racetrack. It's tough.
Or they want to run it the way they want it to be treated. You know,
Yeah.
That's the number one thing. And that doesn't always work. You know, you got 20 late models, you got 19 other competitors.
Right.
You know.
So when Rich and I talked about the same situation, they always thought from the racer standpoint. They didn't think about it from an owner's entertainment
That
point
is
of view.
correct. Yes.
You know, and you kind of like, and to the people that followed behind you, like me and others, you kind of punched that in our head.
Yeah.
You know, and you even said to me one time, you got to decide, you a race car driver, or you want to work at racetracks?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You made me
Two
decide.
different things. Yeah.
You can't do both. You
Yeah,
have to
that's
look at it from a business standpoint. And while I was up announcing, doing what you were doing, teaching people, I'd be announcing with Rich. I'm also watching you and how you did things.
Mhm.
Did you have someone that you would watch and learn, like someone particular that you learned this from?
Like Clyde Shaver, George Eisenhart, Bertie Booth,
Bertie
Tony Galata.
Bernie Booth to me was a showman when he.
Yeah.
Gotta be a show.
Just
You're-
watching the staff at the time.
Yeah.
John Lemo, we talked about him. He was the announcer. He organized everything very well. He was Rich will testify, very good announcer. Very good.
Oh,
Yeah.
The first time you seen Bernie Booth throw a flag at a race car or hit a windshield at a race car, what went through your mind?
Well,
I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you a story.
Go ahead,
about
Rich.
First night, Kevin Bonema pulled me aside a week or two prior and said, I got to make a change here. Okay, fine. Can you get a hold of Nick back? Yeah, I'll get him. So I want to tell you what, it's a night and day difference on how things are going to happen here at the racetrack. Okay, that's just the way it is. He has a different style than the current director does. Okay, fine. So we get to first night next there, and everything's kind of running okay. And we have a car do something. It was a minor deal. Then throw a caution flag. All of a sudden on the radio, the guy in charge of safety, throw a caution, you're gonna kill somebody. I looked over at Nick, and he was just slowly going through the scene and blowing up. Oh my God.
none of my people
Can't
talk
be.
to you like that.
Dude, and you would lose your shit when you would. I remember,
He's not with us anymore.
you're talking about Ernie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because Ernie, he did it a couple times to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
We've done it this way 19 years.
Yeah.
Ernie, that doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna do it another 19 years. Just the way it
The
works.
least we see of you coming on the track, the better it is to get the show done on time. You know, we're not
So
going to be there all night.
I remember an incident with Ernie. He was on, remember you had him start parking in that little opening. They used to park in the pit chute,
Yeah,
and you
right.
moved him to the
Well,
opening.
because we had open pits and
That
stuff.
was the
Yeah.
ambulance chute.
Yeah.
So weeks go by, you and Ernie would come up to you, Nick, we got to throw a caution. We got to do, Ernie, let me do what I'm doing, man. If there's a caution, I'll throw the
You still
caution.
get paid the same.
Yeah. One night he took his headphone off or his headset off, dude, they're going, I quit, I'm not doing this no more.
And he was there the next week.
He was there the next
Yeah.
week. Get all upset. He'd come up to you, man, I didn't mean it. Because I know you two probably talked during the week, I'm assuming.
No.
You really didn't?
No.
So he would just show up the next week thinking that he,
Ernie was on the road.
Kevin talked to him.
okay, all right. That
and,
makes
And he
sense.
was good friends with Bobby Ada. Yeah.
But 2 weeks later, he'd be doing the same damn thing. We got to throw cautions. I got to get off.
That
it."
was for a little bit. Then once he got used to me, he stopped.
Yeah.
What was that other guy that was with him? Tall guy. Can't remember his name.
Yeah.
He sort of calmed him down.
Yeah. But he would lose his shit sometimes.
Yes,
Good
he
job.
did. Yes, he did.
And-
They did a great job.
but you know what you did, and I don't think you knew you did it. You started transitioning to explaining why the car. So a car would spin on the back street. You say, "Don't throw caution." I hear it running, or he's starting to move. I can see him moving. You would say, "Don't throw the caution yet."
You know, especially if the car spun in the back of the field, you got all that time
Yeah.
to do it. You know.
And I think that's where Ernie started realizing, hey, let's.
He just had learned a different approach. Our
Yeah.
approach.
Yeah.
It's better not to have a caution because that's what the fans want to see the show go on.
Yeah.
But you're going to have them. It's going to happen. It's
I bet
stock car racing.
they irritated the hell out of you cautions.
No, not really.
I bet it.
I mean, some stupid stuff. Yeah. You know.
So
What would really get you your dander up is we got this great 50-lap race going.
Mhm.
Name a division, I don't care.
Yep.
We got it on. I mean, these guys are getting a little banging going on, a little
Yeah,
bumping.
yeah.
You know, and then you got some muffin head loops it and pops the wall.
Yeah.
You know, he just screwed up a good race.
Yeah.
That's what we're all race fans. That's why we're there.
Exactly.
So so now you're managing. When do you get to Painesville? You said 82.
80. I didn't manage in 81. Okay.
Okay.
I did help with the promotion because I was still involved with the concessions.
Okay.
Lombardo did not give us the concession stands when
Okay.
we leased the track.
Oh, he
Which
didn't.
He didn't. That was a mistake.
Wow.
But we were good enough to promote the racing. We knew we could make it up. But
Yeah.
but when you had a slow day or a weather-related day, but you still operated,
Like Lombardo didn't give you you didn't get a percentage of concession, nothing.
and then he became a born again and he quit selling beer. That was
Oh,
That
man.
was
At
knife in the
Painesville.
back. All of them. Well, the only places that were, the drag strips weren't allowed to sell beer, but the three ovals did. They had-
Okay.
that was-
So at Painesville, you have Lombardo's own Painesville, Cloverleaf, and Lorraine.
Correct.
In your opinion, back in those days, which one of those tracks made the most money?
Cloverleaf.
Cloverleaf made more because Painesville was on Friday nights, right?
Well, Cloverleaf, Lorraine and Clove in the beginning, Rachel,
Yeah.
in the 60s, they were pretty equal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there was an issue with super modifieds. Because Sandusky was, they were working hard to get. They were Sunday nights,
Yeah.
and they switched to Saturday. That didn't really help Lorraine when there were incidents. A
Yeah.
lot of those super modified guys back in the day, they would just leave and go back to Sandusky.
Yeah.
They were, if you weren't treated like you said, complaining,
Yeah.
they just said, "I'm gonna go over here and race."
We agreed. I announced one race last year at Sandusky, and Larry Bose was there with the 350 Supers. And Larry and I, that was a good night. I just enjoyed it, 11 daylights on that. We were talking, and when he went to Sunday nights, theoretically, all he did was split our house.
No, Saturday.
Or Saturday. He
Yeah.
went, I'm sorry, yeah. Went from
Sandusky,
Sunday
if you didn't
to
know, was a Sunday night track originally.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, Sandusky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandusky only ran 2 divisions. In the 60s, they ran super modifieds and sportsmen. Sportsmen were super modifieds with a 6-cylinder in them. Most everybody ran the GMC inline 6. Great racing. They sound like a herd of bumblebees.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was great racing, but we were down to George Eisenhart was the promoter, and Clyde. We were averaging 7 super modifieds a night. That can't be your featured division. That was the big money of the night.
Jerry used to be 20
Wow.
without trying,
Wow.
and it was packed. Again, I don't like using that word,
I know,
but
I know.
seriously,
Yeah.
it was well attended.
The first high miler I did for Larry, I had Mr. Microphone. I was his track deal. We had 64 supers. It was unreal.
64 supers.
64
Wow.
supers. We did the Ohio State 500 series, which
But
business-wise,
at 64 supers, that was the first actual ISMA high miler?
no.
No,
It was just your
No,
own?
no. Those numbers were normal. Those were normal.
they were.
Hell,
Wow.
you
That
go
was
to
the thing
Oswego on Saturday night, get 50 cars. Supers.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know, but it changed after Sandusky went to Saturday night. We dropped bad in fan count. Sandusky didn't get what they thought they were going to get, and they weren't doing 6, 7 supers. They dropped. It's a business decision.
So how did you guys back then, how did you figure out what nights to run what track? Was there a formula you did, or you just knew you got more at this track? So there had to be a point where you
I
said,
never switched to nights.
no, but what I'm saying is when you took over Cloverleaf or
Well, it was always
Paynesville,
Sunday.
you never changed it. You
Never.
just, did it ever cross your mind to change Cloverleaf?
No.
How about, so who made Paynesville Friday nights?
Painesville was having. They tried Sundays. They were trying Fridays. They went back and forth. Sundays competed with Cloverleaf. It didn't work out.
Okay.
So they went back to Fridays because they were having a hard time getting fans, not cars.
Yeah.
Then they decided the problem was race time was too early. Started at I want to say 7. That's when they moved it to 8:30,
Okay.
and that
On
changed.
Friday nights.
Yes, 8:30 changed there, and still got done at 11:30.
So the probably because the blue collar worker didn't get out of
Exactly.
work and he had to get to the
Exactly.
track with his
That's
family.
exactly
and
the
stuff.
reason, and it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
My opinion.
Gates opened at 4. Everybody got in there and qualified. Joe Marshall tell you that. Yeah.
My opinion is and was and always will be, Paynesville was a Friday night track. Lorraine was Saturday. Sandusky was Sunday. You start messing around with them, it's not going to work.
And then Cloverleaf, we started Wednesday nights. We worked Wednesday at Cloverleaf, Friday at Paynesville, Saturday at Lorraine, and Sunday at Cloverleaf again.
Was Wednesday ever a moneymaker for
There was
Cloverleaf?
2 divisions. It's only $2 to get in. Yeah.
It was a moneymaker for you?
And parking lot tracks. Ran sports stock and the entry level class.
Yeah.
Jerry, the entry level, when we had entry level class, rear wheel drive,
Yeah.
I'll speak for Sunday. Cloverleaf got 100 cars.
Wow.
You got entered. The top
Wow.
3 in points, you were out. You couldn't come back anymore. You had to move up or whatever.
When
And a lot of
Rust-
people say, I can't afford to move up. I can't afford you to have here anymore. If you can't move up, fine.
So the Rusty Adams there with Rusty Adams and Spencer, all those guys,
Yes.
Tiffy, all these guys, was that the heyday of it, or was the 70s more of a? Because the 80s
This
were
is
pretty.
the 80s.
Yeah, the
We're
80s were
talking
pretty.
80s, yeah.
But
A
what
lot of
was?
that thing changed to what the names you just mentioned. Too.
Yeah.
But they did, Tiffy and Milt Rusty, Dick Adams, Kenny Adams, they all raced in the.
Were the
late
80s more profitable for you at Cloverleaf, or was 70s?
I can't speak for the 70s because we didn't. I
Okay.
didn't do the front gate. I
Yeah.
don't know, or the back gate. But we were fine. Cloverleaf was fine. Painesville was fine. Lorraine wasn't, because it went through a period when it was offered to lease for us. We passed on it because of what Rich just explained, what was going on, and a former super modified driver by the name of Tony Lavati took it. Now he had it for a while. But Larry Bowes convinced him to switch from Saturday to Friday, and that didn't work either.
Yeah.
You know, how long did he last there? 8 years?
No, oh, no,
Maybe
no, short time. Tony, you
No,
know,
that's right, because we took, we, in 85, we took, when he gave it up, they offered us the lease free, no rent.
Mhm.
We got it free, just pay the taxes. Yeah.
Tony, that's not to beat up on Tony. Tony did everything
He did everything right.
exactly.
He would always come to Cloverleaf on Sunday and just look at me. I go, what are you looking at? I told you what to do. And he did. And some of it would work.
Yeah.
But it was a lot too late.
Yep.
He's a great guy. Great guy.
Brian Dolan said that's why Chip Chesbro moved up.
Yes.
Was
He had to
top
move
three,
up.
had no choice.
He had to move up.
He had no choice.
Those were good
He
days.
wound up running sports stock. I think he was champion. And then he ran late model. He had his late model at Lorraine this past year.
By June,
Yeah.
at the Leaf, Tommy Shavers, Timmy and my wife were, Tim was the judge, Charlene was the scorer.
And we had Adam Salt too.
She didn't watch the races. She just sat there and wrote numbers down. She had a headset on.
Wow.
That was manual.
Tim,
I wish we had what they have today.
Yeah.
Back, me and Rich always talk about it. I wish we had this.
oh, boy.
Could you imagine?
Oh
So
my
you guys
God.
were
It made it-
scoring 30
it's-
cars at a time.
It's
Oh,
when
yeah.
when I convinced Zarilla to get it. He goes, "Do you know how to use it? I'll figure it out." He goes, and he did. Remember?
Yeah.
He did, and I put it on my laptop. He goes, "You got it?" I go, "This is too easy," And he was stunned. He was
You
stunned.
know, how long have you been with your wife?
40 years.
So what year did you meet your wife?
70s.
Put you on the
Yeah,
spot. Now
she's
you always sit
proud.
home and going, you better remember.
Met her at the Mad Hatter.
Did you?
Yeah, she's probably laughing right now.
So did she fall? I mean, some wives, like we all got
She
lucky.
liked the racing.
All of our wives enjoy the racing. They're involved with it.
When we took over the race, she did the box office.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she stayed involved with you through all that.
Yes.
See, that's pretty cool, because a lot of wives.
She made
They
extra
do
money.
struggle.
I mean, we paid her, she made money. She liked that.
So when things went haywire and went sideways in the pits, Nick and I'd be over there, and our flagman or pit steward would be there. I can't mention his name, I'm not allowed. But anyway, the yelling would get going, Nick would get going, and he's yelling at somebody, and I'd whisper in his ear, "We gotta go.
Yeah.
Mo just called, she's got problems with the money. Bing, we're gone."
So,
He did that. Yeah.
That's just
See,
that's the way you stop
He
that
was
stuff.
telling me, leave it alone. Let's move on.
Brian again wants to know how you guys scored figure eight back in the day, because you guys are starting 30 to 35 cars in a feature back then.
25.
I thought Gordon had us running like 30 to 35.
Maybe he did.
You guys never started that,
Because
man?
it was hard to score. I think 25, a person they ask is Joe Marsh, but I'm pretty sure, or Timmy Shaver would know.
And I do want to get to Joe. I have a note right here about Joe Marsh. So
Yeah.
you're at Painesville. Again, I'm going to jump ahead, but we'll go back. How did you come across Joe Marsh? How did you remember?
He was a customer.
Yeah, but I mean,
Great
your
guy.
first meeting of Joe Marsh back in
Uh-huh.
those days. Let's talk about it.
Did we argue? Yes.
Yes, I'm assuming.
But we always,
And I hate to say it like this, but you taught me this.
Yeah.
Okay, we look
Was
at
he a
them as
dirty driver? No. Was he aggressive?
yes.
Yes. Okay. And that's what got him championships.
But
Winning features.
we didn't. You taught me you don't look at these guys as numbers or as people. You look at them as numbers.
Numbers.
So Joey back then, if I had that opportunity, because I've never had a guy like Joey, where I could take and
Joe.
promote. Yeah,
I don't
Joe.
know about Joey.
You can't find those kind of guys anymore.
No.
So to take someone like Joe Marsh and promote the hell out of them back in Bobby
We did.
Conklin was fantastic with it. Join us next week. There's a big confrontation going on in the pits. We'll have this figured out for you next
Yeah.
week.
We need more Joe Marsh.
We really do, and it's
He gets
not
emotional.
there.
He
There's
gets lit
no
up.
names. There's no names.
So to have something like that at Painesville, it wasn't just
I mean,
Joe.
At Lorraine, there's names in the modified class, yes.
Yeah,
But little by little, because they weren't racing enough, thank you. they're stopped. They stopped. You know?
So at Cloverleaf in the late model class, who was your name that you could promote back then? That say, hey, see you next year.
Roger Black, Scott Baker,
Volk.
Brian Volk, sometimes Tim Ice. He wasn't originally a regular, but
Yeah.
he started doing ASA and everything else. And
Ron Sense.
Ron Sense,
Hennis.
Hennis.
So Brian Volk, do you guys even talk to him anymore?
He was supposed to be at Lorraine last year. He never made it. He never came in. Joe Walker, Preston Walker.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he when I got there last year, we went for the cavalcade. He was supposed to show up, and he never did. No, I haven't seen him.
Brian Volk was a bad dude.
Yeah,
in the late
I
model,
haven't.
man. He was a bad
You
dude.
could get it.
I don't know when's the last time I saw him in person, and I would
Yeah.
like to see him. He was always very nice, good customer.
Let's see, Bandit Racing League. I'm assuming that has to do with you.
Bandit.
Bandit Racing League.
Oh yeah.
There was a reason why everybody called Nick Nick the Richard, but say dickhead.
Who said that?
Somebody off of YouTube,
Oh.
whoever Bandit Racing League is.
But you know what? Honestly, Nick.
I don't know Bandit.
But back then, you may have been tough on everybody. But listen,
Oh,
here's the one thing: you were tough on everybody.
yeah.
You weren't specifically just pinpointing one guy.
No, we were a-holes to everybody.
Yeah.
When we came in those gates, you treat everybody equally.
Yeah.
And I've never heard, unless I didn't hear
Well,
it.
I mean, I got to keep favoritism. No, I don't care. I want a different winner every week. But if somebody wins again, I'm good. And he started last because
Yeah.
we inverted everybody.
Bandit is a iRacing group.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there was a bandit. I think that raced.
I don't know. We're all mourning passing.
I don't know.
Jim
Oh wait,
Copper.
I think he said it's Bill Harkins. Is that what? Or
Oh,
is he saying he's Bill Harkins? He
He's a
just
son-
commented it's in Bill Harkins.
Bill Harkins. I remember that name.
Jim Miller said, I remember starting 26 trophy stocks at Painesville in 82, and 4 of us
Well,
finished.
Jerry, here, we had 100 cars at Cloverleaf, guaranteed.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. We ran 3 feature events. Everybody ran a heat race. Everybody ran a feature. They were divided up from fast or
Yeah.
slow to. You got the race.
Yeah.
Any other time it would be a last chance race or to make it to the main. We didn't do that, but they
Yeah.
only got a trophy.
Yeah, yeah.
We were a factory. We would start at 7 at the Leaf. We
On
could
the
have-
dot.
Charlene scored. We had one night 96 cars, and that's in June. This season hadn't started.
Yeah, yeah.
And 96 cars. We had 4 features. Not to mention the other support divisions. 11 o'clock, we're done. Walk out.
Wow.
Wow.
Just
That
Eddie.
curfew was the best thing.
Oh, absolutely.
But both you guys together. You
Well,
guys
Painesville didn't
always
have a
been like
curfew,
that. It's
but we
been-
always got done. It was
We have rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always been a
had
most.
rules, had a procedure pack for what we're going to do for whatever incidents happen
Yeah.
for an event. You know.
The bottom line.
I wrote
is-
everything,
And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of stuff that we're
and I
doing
didn't have
today,
computer. That
You had a handwriting.
Yeah, you had to do a typewriter.
typewriter.
I didn't have. I
Wait,
didn't have
so
a
you pick them,
laptop.
just
Oh, I
I
two-finger
wish
type.
we had that. Yeah. I wish I had that. It would make it even easier. And then when I worked for Kevin, it was a lot easier.
The bottom line is, with the rules, people got to understand something, whether they're fans, the officials do it. But automobile racing, and today's no different, is very, very dangerous.
Yes.
Very dangerous. You can get seriously injured or lose your life. We've seen that all over the country. So the rules are there to protect the drivers plus the fans
Plus
You
the
know.
track owner.
mhm.
Yeah.
and the track owner. If you've never given a deposition over a death, whether it be at the racetrack or that's
rough.
not fun.
But they're
Or
rough.
appear in court, that's not fun. That's just the way it is. And it's funny because in our time, you guys don't enforce the rules. That's these guys over here, but these guys over here, you guys are too chicken shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So you try to find that happy medium, but still maintain the decor that you need, because once again, it's not about the drivers or the owners, it's the people sitting up behind us there. that's the deal.
And, one of my partners was Tom Shaver. He did the pit gate, took the money, and he had a nice personality. When you came in there, he was happy to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That goes such a long way.
way.
It goes such a long
And his
way.
brother Tim, he raced too on off days, but he did scoring. He liked doing the scoring.
It's
Jim?
funny because if you have here, a lot of owners did not do that. You know what I mean? A lot of owners didn't do it. Then when I would manage a track down south, it was expected. You go in there, they expect you to come over and say thank you for coming.
Yeah,
They expect
sure.
you to shake a driver's hand and say thank you for coming. I worked at a track on the East Coast. They don't even want to talk to you. It's such a it's so weird how it changes. Like on the East Coast, they don't give a crap about you. They're there to make their money
Yeah,
and go home.
and go home.
Drivers don't care if you interview them. It is such a different
Yes, it is.
animal on the East Coast. I would go up to people, shake their hand, thank you for coming, and go, yeah. Where's the pay window? They don't care.
Well, when that's funny you mentioned pay window. Tom Shaver paid everybody that night. He was the guy. He comes
Yeah.
up to me after one night at Cloverleaf. He goes, "This has got to stop." I go, "What's wrong?" Because they're all lined up. Incident happened on track. Two of the drivers are arguing
At the pay window.
And then and I go, "Well, you know what? I've been thinking about this. I'm going to pay him by check. I'm going to mail it on Monday."
Yeah,
And I told everybody, I'm going to do this. I'm done.
yeah,
We're done. We don't want the arguing. We don't want a potential fight. Now, were there fights? Yes.
yeah.
Were they serious? No. We had we had the security guard there all the time. So when we started paying by check, Jerry, best thing we ever did. I said, when are we going to get the check? I'm going to mail it on Monday. It'll be postmarked Monday. You should have it by Wednesday. And 95% had it on,
Yeah,
once they got used to it, they didn't complain.
But
They got it on Thursday, they were okay.
the upside to that was,
They had the money for the end of the week.
yeah.
the
They were
upside to
racing.
paying by check was,
Just put that in the
you
middle
had
for you
the
guys.
opportunity, if somebody come up to the tower after the race says, you guys screwed up, I was running fourth, not fifth.
Yeah,
You
you had an opportunity
had
to
an
fix it.
opportunity to find out if it was right, and
Yeah.
by Monday, get it straightened out.
Yeah.
That was good.
And you go, so, and I hope he's watching. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
Joe Marsh. I think I remember Joe Marsh getting in a fight at the pay window at Painesville Speedway. I swear I remember as a kid watching him getting in a fight. And I think he was actually just waiting to get his money and someone started shit with him. Now, back in those days, you said one thing. Joey was quiet, but back in that day, once you started him up, that was it. It was done.
We didn't do it.
No, I'm saying another
A
driver or
competitor
something.
did,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I remember him, and if he's watching, if I'm wrong, hope he corrects me. But Joe, were you at a pit window or at the pay window at the end of the night racing and got in a fight with somebody? And I think he did. And he was just standing there quiet, just talking to people, and then all hell broke loose.
I remember the one night, I announced Painesville, and something happened during the race, and Joe was upset. So he wouldn't come off the track.
Yeah.
So he had our safety crew, pickup trucks, chasing Joe. And it was
And I was flagging there too.
it was great.
And we're just, I guess he's not getting up to, we let it go a little bit because he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
making a show out of it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Rich, he was polite in what he was doing. He was,
Joey knew he was the entertainment.
exactly.
He knew.
You said it perfectly.
He knew
yeah.
what he was doing.
And
he
then
was
finally-
very-
Yes.
And finally, I don't know who went. I think it was Tom Shaver went on the track and pulled him over, and he went off. I go, come on, we know what's going on.
But you know what? That personality is missing so bad in racing today.
Oh, there isn't.
There
Around
is-
here, I haven't.
There's none.
Not that I.
If you said, Jerry, go to this racetrack and find her, Nick, I'd let you down. I wouldn't be able to find it. How about you?
No,
There's
There's
nobody.
no personality, no.
And it's needed for a track to survive. It's needed. Back in our day, I mean, you guys would go, if there was a fight on the track, Conklin would go up and try to talk to him. I went up to go talk to Nick Rukas, but he lost his temper, so we're not going to talk to him now. I'll get you some news.
I remember the night, you and I, the week before, the gentleman trashed his Mustang. Told his wife he had to
Yeah.
go to the bathroom. I think we talked about it
Yeah,
last
yeah.
show. Yeah. You and I got her and him down there. And so, ma'am, how long is he going to sleep on the Davenport?
Oh, she was pissed.
Snatched that microphone and went at him.
She
They
was
got into it.
pissed.
It was entertainment. It was great.
And it did it itself. That wreck of that guy doing that to his wife's Mustang,
What, parking lot drag?
yeah,
Yeah.
he bounced off the
Well,
wall.
that parking lot drag, that's how they got started. Then, hey, I like this. Build a spectator stock. Then I like it even more. Build a sports stock, which is sort of a street stock. But back then it was more stockier. And then go late model.
You know, over the last couple of years with racing, with weekly racing, I've noticed there wasn't guys helping each other in the pits like it used to be. I noticed, yeah, this guy would help his buddy that came, but it wasn't the way it used to be. Now, guys helped you back in the 80s, because my first race at Painesville was in 84. Guys, they helped you,
Yeah.
but they didn't help you. Like, hey, do this to help you so you stay the hell out of their way.
Yeah.
And that kind of disappeared over the years. And then at the beginning, opening night at Painesville, you know, guys were having problems and everybody started helping again. So I seen that light. I was like, man, this is pretty cool. You know, we're starting to see people come together
Yeah.
again, you know, and then
That's good.
I wasn't there last week, but I guess some shit happened last week, but I started seeing that again. And one of the things that you always taught me was let it unfold to a point.
Yes.
I watched you let things unfold. If Rich and I had our way, it was going all the way,
Yeah.
full blown fist fight.
Oh, yeah.
But you knew to say, okay, guys, break them up. Let's get back to
Yeah.
racing.
We were taking too much time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, so I had an incident, and I was thinking when I knew Laura got you guys on, I was thinking of an incident that kind of defined me going the wrong direction. So at Lorraine, you're the event director. Kevin owned it. His dad didn't own it no more.
No.
Rich was an announcer. And I said to Rich, I said, you know, Brewer's daughter here, I want to kind of get her going a little bit. I want to get his daughter,
Who?
Rick Brewer's daughter. What was it, Christy Brewer or something?
Yeah.
Brewer raced modified. He
Yeah.
was a modified driver. He hung around Page and Reinhardt and all them. It was
Okay.
Rick Brewer, I think.
A page, all right.
But his daughter, I think it was Christy, she got into racing. So I thought to myself, you know, hey, I'm going to try to do what I think I should do. And I brought her to the infield. And I said, let's talk about the guys here racing and stuff. I said, this is how I want to do it. And as soon as I clicked that mic on, she went and left. She said, Bonhama's fucking us girls here. We can't do this.
I do remember that.
I'm like, oh my God. And I just picture you up in the tower just going, I'm going to fucking kill him. I'm going to kill him. Bonhama pulled me aside. He goes, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
I was like, I tried to explain
I
to
don't
Kev-
remember that. I don't remember.
I did it in the infield, remember?
I do remember that.
That was good, though.
But my
It served the
whole,
purpose.
in my mind, I'm trying to beat Nick and I'm trying to get some fire going when they start racing. You know, let her say, hey, these drivers out here, I'm coming. I'm going to beat you. I might be a woman, but I'm better than all you guys. She admitted, fuck Kevin Bonhama. I was like, holy shit. I completely that night just went, I'll never be allowed back here again. But Kevin, he forgave me. You don't remember, but you kind of like let me have it a little bit up in the tower. You just don't hand someone a mic.
No.
No.
You know,
I never did off your mic.
it was a valuable lesson.
I made
you
a
know?
mistake at the High Miler when Larry Bose had the Speedway. I'm announcing a High Miler, and Dick O'Brien, general manager of Oswego, walks in. I says, Dick, how's the Classic shaping up for the this year? He grabs the microphone out of my hand. That was it. He was 20 minutes talking about Oswego Speedway.
Oh, shit.
Larry comes up. He says, don't ever give your microphone to him.
But we don't know. In our minds, we vision something.
That's all right.
You know what I mean? We
Sure.
vision how something's going to go. And I want to talk about this next. So here's my funny moment with Rich. And then I have a serious moment with you. So my funniest moment with Rich was at Lorraine. We kept saying, as the mic broke, can you guys hear me? But the best moment for me with Rich is got 20,000 people at Mansfield Speedway for the truck race. All these people, man. I'm on the top. I just got interviewed by Fox. I was on MRN Radio. I was on ESPN. And I'm standing out here, Rich. Call the mayor the complete wrong name. Completely the wrong name.
Mansfield?
Yeah, Mansfield.
You know what happened though?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what happened. I had that starting lineup done. I had printed it out. I had it every way. I went through it. I was ready to go. 1 minute to go. You got 1 minute to go. Oh, here. They give me this book.
They should
These
read
are all the
this.
wars from last week at Martinsville. I said, oh, what the fuck, jeez. And I come to her, oh, Linda.
Because we
It's
want,
supposed to be Lydia.
it's Lydia Reed. He goes, I want to thank Linda Reed for helping us bring this in. And she looked at me and she goes, my fucking name is Lydia.
Hey,
and Rich just Rich just played, you know how cool he plays it. All right, back to you guys up in the tower. Meanwhile, for 2 weeks, I got called to her office. He didn't even know my name, but he had it written down.
Yeah.
And you went that.
Well, I was just flustered over to getting this frickin' book that NASCAR gave me to
But they
read.
did it at the last second. There was only, what, like 7 minutes before we were going
It was
green?
before- we were less than 60
You know,
seconds.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
But they go to him, they come walking up, and they go, hey, we need you to read all this. And it literally was a stack of papers.
Well, what you had was, and starting 12th, winning the $40 shit award from Martinsville. Oh, hell with it.
Like, wouldn't you have planned that a little better and said, hey, where's your announcer?
You would think.
Let's get out. Nick, they came.
That was, what was his name that ran?
Wayne Otten.
Wayne, yeah. He's a nice guy.
He's a really nice guy, but he
He's sitting there laughing at me.
I'm trying to be serious because the TV cameras are right there. And I'm laughing my ass off because this guy's calling the mayor. Your son, I'm going to say what he said. Worst dad ever. No, he didn't say that. I'm not going to say that. I was brought in this business by my dad, had to learn how all the jobs worked, which
See that?
you said it. I mean, it's
Did
very
everything.
important. And how everything came together. Scoring was one of the, man, how back in the day, and I'll finish this thing, how back in the day were you guys scoring at Painesville that many cars? Who was your scoring?
Painesville was Tim Shaver, and we had Ruth Flynn, which is she scored. Who else scored at Painesville? I know
Could you
Timmy did.
imagine though, back in those days when there was,
And there was a gentleman, Herb Ropa. He did it. I don't think he was he had already left.
Yeah.
He wasn't with us. Herb Ropa. He was there for a long time. I don't know who the second person was. I can't remember, Jerry.
If you were
Let
lying,
me finish
I know
up. Let me finish this real
Tim
quick.
Shaver did. I know. He
I just want to finish up, Rich.
Adam
Scoring was one
Saul,
of the,
Adam Saul was involved at Cloverleaf, and I think a little bit at Painesville. A little
Okay.
bit, yeah.
but your son finished, he's saying scoring was one of that stuck with me the last 12 years. All the jobs, how does he like scoring? It's like,
You
but
know,
he loves it.
Finish it.
12 years is my favorite. I owe a lot to what I know and can do because of my dad teaching me.
Aw.
You do realize you have taught a lot of us. You know, and so your son's saying that. You got to be proud of your kid. Your
I'm
kid is,
sad at what's going on right now.
I know.
I never thought I'd live to see this.
No, racing is really not going the way
And my former
we
partners
visioned it.
back in the day, that they told me this was going to happen.
Yeah. But you know, so I want to tell you my moment with you. So you were pretty rough on me for a while. Like
I don't know about that.
you were pretty rough on me. And
not that
sometimes-
you had it coming.
yeah, right. I mean, you got to remember, I'm getting Christy Brewer in the middle of the track, telling Kevin Bottom. But one of my moments after,
Which comedy are you reading? Foos Jr.?
who's Junior?
Jared Emmerich.
Oh, Jarrett. Yeah.
That's your boy.
He's a good scorer.
He loves you, man.
He's a good guy.
Before the show, he was
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about you.
yeah, Jared's a heck of a nice guy. Good
So
man.
I'm at Lorraine. I'm learning all this stuff. I'm following you. I'm watching you. And I know I got on your nerves a little bit. I've watched you a little bit at Painesville.
No, your driving skills got me on my nerves.
I know. I'm sorry, man.
You,
So
you weren't the greatest, but you were a middle of the pack
Yeah.
guy.
But you know what? I really knew at that point that that's not what I wanted to
No.
do. I knew I wanted to do what you were doing.
And you're doing this.
But
You did that show we had on.
KNR.
KNR.
So think about it. I brought NASCAR radio to KNR.
Yeah,
WOBL,
yeah,
the farmers radio station.
Yeah.
Rich, WOBL. But so
Excuse me.
when I left Lorraine and went over to Sandusky, it was Friday nights. And one of the things you whispered to me was, get it off Friday nights. It's not going to survive on Friday nights.
No.
You knew it. You knew.
No.
So I went over to Sandusky and I did that. But my moment with you, and all of us have moments with you, Nick, you might not realize how much impact you've had on people's lives. You know, it's all positive. Some people are going to go, oh, he was rough on me. But that was your generation. That's how you got
Yes.
us to learn. You taught us.
bingo.
It wasn't like it is today. Hey, man, you can't go out there and hit the 35 car. Back then, you would just say, hey, you fucking idiot, you about killed somebody out there. But that's the way you guys did it. So my moment was 2 weeks after the NASCAR truck race. I'm at Mansfield. I'm sitting in Zarilla's booth all by myself, and I look to my right and I see you in the scoring booth. Matter of fact, you were there with him. You were doing
Is
something.
that the first time I worked?
No.
I was
It was
visiting.
after that. You were visiting.
Chris brought me down there. Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting all by myself, and I'm just watching everything going on, announcing's going on. I'm pretty sure he was announcing that night. And you
Yeah,
come over.
Yeah.
Was that the USAC show?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because I have a picture of you hot
Yeah.
lapping a USAC.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you come over, you're all by yourself, and you put your hand on my shoulder. And you said, Jerry, I can't believe I'm going to say this to you. And you said, and I'm trying to choke up a little bit, I'm not trying to be that way, because you're not an emotional guy, but you were proud of me. You said, I can't believe you got that race on. What you did for that NASCAR truck race
Yeah.
was phenomenal.
Yeah,
You
it
complimented
was.
how, of all them years of you yelling at me, all the years you trying to teach people, yelling at other drivers, for you to come in that night will always be a highlight for me.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
you guys are the reason why us promoters got here today. Just like your son complimenting you, you teaching your son. You may not have thought you had impact on people's lives, but you did. That
Well,
night you putting your hand on my shoulder meant a lot to me.
Yeah. Well,
Then you said before you walk out, don't fuck it up. But you really did, Nick.
I
You
know.
had-
I know. When I first started working at Mansfield, that's because of you and Chris Mize asked me to come down, and then I started the scoring. And Zerl
Yeah.
came over after about the third night. Man, you really know what you're doing. I go, Mike, this is easy to me.
Yeah.
And then when you guys left, and then I did the scoring and race direct all at the same time.
I made the
What was
best.
that the girl in the flag? What was her name?
It was Becky, wasn't it?
Oh, they worked at the reformatory?
Yeah, she was
yeah,
a
Becky.
prison guard, I think, at the reformatory.
Yeah.
She was helpful.
Yeah.
She was helpful.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It made it easy.
Yeah. You know, girls working at that prison, you really want to mess with them on the flag stand. You know what I mean?
Well, then I brought Brian and Ray Dorco and Bobby Haydock down
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
You know, I made the best. I don't make the best career choices sometimes. So I got an offer. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I got an offer to leave Mansfield and go do something else. And it caused a big shitstorm. And when I decided that I didn't want to do that, Zarilla was already pissed off. So this is us talking
I
honest
think
and
I remember
straightforward.
that. Yeah.
So I got offered this big job to go work for a series. I'll tell you off the air. Oh wait, they're out of business.
You
I can
could
tell
just
you.
talk about it, yeah.
I got a job offer to go work for ASA with Steve Dale to go.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
yeah.
I was like, man, I think I want to try to do this and try to work my way up to get up into NASCAR, because I got a great relationship with the NASCAR truck race with Steve O'Donnell, who I think is going to do a decent
Yes,
job.
I agree.
I think it's going to work out really well with him. But man, what a huge ass mistake I
Oopsie.
man, but I learned from it, and it's from guys like you. So of all the people, of all the drivers, who was a driver that just really got to you, like just got on your freaking nerves? Like we all have that driver. As a promoter, we all have that one driver that you just go, why do you cause me grief every week?
Off the top of my, it's so many drivers, Jerry, I don't remember. I mean, was there really one?
Yeah.
Yes, there is one. He only raced one night because we threw him out. I'm not going to mention his name.
Oh,
But he only made it one
damn.
night?
Okay. Right, and I went out of my way to get him to come from another track to race for us. It was a late model driver.
Okay.
And the first night he came in, and after he just
He didn't take out Phil Rosem in a feature, did he?
had nothing to do with Rosen.
Okay.
And I was never a fan of his.
Okay.
And he only lasted one night.
One night.
We
And I
had,
said,
we had one driver. I'm not
I'm not going to mention his name. Yeah.
No, I will not give a name. I'll give you a hint. Modified driver. And somebody bumped into him. We look at each other. Shit's gonna hit the fan right now. Oh, he was a show though.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I had no problems with him. Good and a heck of a nice guy. Good guy. Good. Had some good laughs with him off the track, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Brian Dolan said you may have yelled at him, but everybody respected you, and it's true. It's true. Jim Foos Jr. said, I was a headache to Nick when I was on the track.
What, driving?
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah, driving.
Because he couldn't drive.
Well, you just shut your program off.
So
He was all right. He just, yeah.
if you have now let's talk about the good side. One driver that you really loved watching, that you could not wait when those cars came on the track, who was that driver for
The
you?
one gentleman that was always very nice to me, became my friend, was Roger Black.
Wow.
He was Scott Baker was another
Yeah.
the second. Walt Ellis was. I mean, they were very nice to me, especially Roger. And he won championships fair. Did a lot, died young. Do I think if he was still alive today, maybe he would have got involved in purchasing, because he's from Barberton.
Yeah, yeah.
He might have,
Yeah, yeah.
he liked racing Lorraine a lot.
So in that generation of late model drivers, so we're talking Roger Black, Tim Ice, with Rosem in there, Chesbro,
Yeah.
all those guys. If there was one guy that you could put into a NASCAR Cup car, who would have been back then? If there was one guy you could say, hey, you know what? You can make it. Go do it.
Phil Rosem.
Yeah, I agree. I swear, yeah.
Roger wasn't into that, no.
Phil Rosem was,
Chip Chesbro had the persona.
yeah, yeah.
You know, he had that
In
persona.
the personality, yeah.
He really
Yeah,
did too,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, he
And
was-
Rosem was the opposite. Everybody liked Phil Rosem, but he wasn't that guy that was like Chesbro or wanted
I
to
haven't
be.
seen him in a while either. Bumped into his neighbors by accident.
Who? Rosem or?
Yeah. We're at a bar eating, and it was near Cloverleaf, this Mexican place, and the woman heard me. I don't know how I got on the Cloverleaf, and she heard something, and Phil Rosem's my neighbor. I go,
What?
yeah.
Wow.
And still live on that same street, and off a Fleet. He goes, yeah. Tell him I said hello.
How about you, Rich? If you could have picked one guy out of that whole generation to put in NASCAR, who would it be?
Probably Baldy Baker,
Yeah.
Strasburg.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got to know Baldy, good friend, and just a great guy.
You guys would have great conversations.
Bader yelled at me on the squawk box in a feature at Sandusky. Black Flag Baker. Oh, jeez. I want to be a flag, but I can't do it. Okay. So after the race, I'm walking out, and Baldy was standing in line. He says, hey, you know what I think I'm going to do to you? You're skinny enough. I think I'm going to fill you full of red pop and hang you on the walls as thermometer.
Oh man.
Sorry, Baldy. But I was sitting at Daddy's doghouse at Oswego shooting ball with him years later. But yeah, Baldy was a great guy, great driver.
You know, one of the things the topic has been the last couple of weeks, and it's important for both of you, especially you, kids in the pits. Now, you know the insurance policies and how things go. Every racetrack that allows kids, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because Kim and Randy Smart made a statement about kids in the pits, which I completely agree with. I don't know, did you get a chance to read it?
Yeah.
So, your opinion, the way it's gone and changed with kids in the pits. Now, we're not saying we don't want kids in the pits. That's not what we're saying. But this is important for us to have this topic because you changed a lot of rules over the years to where we're racing now with pits. Now, I made a joke with Rich when he was here the last time, and I said, Rich's generation didn't let women in the pits because they needed to be
That's right.
home, you know, cooking dinner and stuff. And I'm sure Rich,
I was there. I saw.
I hope
when
Rich-
we ran the racetracks, 1500 was not allowed in the pits. You had to have a driver's license. That way we could get. That's how we filled
yeah,
up. You didn't want. Back then, too, to be fair, insurance companies did not cover
Yeah.
anybody under 15 and under. I guess now they do. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I don't remember what we did with Kevin. Do you?
Yes, not insurance allowed it. Kevin and I argued and fought
Yeah, that's
over it. I
right.
says,
That's right.
you don't understand what I'm saying to you. It's not the kids in the pits. The problem is you get a 7-year-old kid run over by a race car and killed. You are going to be crucified in the
If you're
newspaper.
covered
You're
or not.
going to be done.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Done.
And the suit that's going to follow, it's going to be ugly.
And what I was saying a couple weeks ago
And
was
dogs.
Yeah.
dogs
so-
the same way.
Excuse me?
Well, if you remember, for the longest time, insurance companies did not allow dogs or like barbecue grills in the.
I don't know about the grill, but
Yeah, we
I
weren't.
think some tracks don't allow dogs still. I think
Yeah,
there's
some tracks don't.
but some do.
But
Yeah.
like, I forgot what track I was at, but an insurance policy said no barbecue grills in the pits. And when I called, what was the guy's name from K&K? That was our insurance guy back then. Everybody used the same guy. I can't think of it. He goes, well, why would you put barbecue grill in the pits next to racing alcohol and everything else? And I said, well, a lot of families bring, back then, families
I
weren't
never
cooking.
heard that one. Yeah.
So we stopped allowing, and this was down south, you know, we stopped allowing, and it actually hurt us because people are going, we can't afford to feed our family and do all this. So we had to override the insurance company and let them start back barbecuing again.
In the last few years, which really sets me off bad, in the pits or in the stands are these people with babes in arm, no earmuffs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I you know, I just like to walk up and shake them and say, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
You know, it's terrible.
Hope you mean the parents, not the baby.
don't shake the baby.
Well, the parents might beat me up.
We're shaking babies.
Yeah,
Nick,
no.
what's happened? But so what I think should happen is it needs to be restricted a little bit more.
Yes.
You know, you have to make the parents responsible for their kids running to the pits because we all three know, or all four, we all know it's a matter of time when something happens. And we don't want it to happen to any of our tracks. And as you know, most like insurance companies now, it's grouped now to this region. So if someone gets hurt at track A, B, C, and D have to pay for it too.
That's correct.
You know, so how do we, as in the positions we're all in, how do we try to stop and eliminate that from a kid getting hit? Because the driver's going to come in pissed one day. He's going to be mad because he got in a wreck. He's going to come flying to the pits. As much as we can, and Midvale finds you. Midvale Speedway, if you're flying in the pits, they fine you $100 or more.
Should be.
But at that moment, the driver ain't thinking about that.
No.
That driver's so pissed off at that moment that he's trying to get back to his car. So what is kind of a solution, Nick? I mean, what do we do?
I see it as a,
You got to limit the age. Period. Start with that first. And the speeding in the pits, that happens all the time.
Yeah,
You just, like you said, you fine them or even load it up for the night. But like I said, I only going to tell you what I experienced. We did.
Yeah.
15 and under was not allowed in the pits. We had no issues.
One
Because
year-
anybody that was 16, they were either racing already or they're involved with someone that's racing.
yeah. 83 or 84, one of those years, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong. You guys at Cloverleaf had a car's throttle stick come down the backstretch right into the pits and hit a car.
No, hit the tires.
Oh, it didn't come all the way in the pits and
No,
hit a
there
car?
was a pile of tires when you had to make a little left. There was a pile
Okay.
of tires.
For some reason, I thought it hit a car.
Not that I
But imagine, though, because I don't remember seeing kids back there back then. But imagine if kids were running around and that car came through there like that.
no, there was a tire barrier.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Curve.
right.
I think he hit the tires. Yeah.
One of the problems is that I see with with what we're talking about is every dollar counts for these racetracks. Every dollar.
They need it.
So, do you want Mrs. Jones to pay $15 at the front gate to come in or pay 30 at the back gate to come in with the baby?
Yeah.
It's finances and that's.
But you do, a lot of
Tough.
drivers now, they bring the families into the pits.
And they bring a barbecue and they don't buy nothing from
Yeah.
the concession stand.
So
That's true.
it's 100% true.
If you let them go in the front, there's no barbecue.
Yeah.
They go buy a hot dog and a Coke, whatever.
But it's changed so much. How do you tell racers nowadays, hey, you've been bringing your families to the track for this many years? And I know you're like, hey, you can't bring your
Over
kids
the
back
winter,
anymore.
you got to put your foot down.
Yeah.
If you want to be successful. I don't know what you're right. A lot of it's too late to change.
Yeah.
You're going to have issues.
It's always easy to give or
Yeah.
to take away.
And it's like all the years. Did you like Painesville? Did you like it as a racetrack?
Was that my number one track? To be honest, no. Did I enjoy coming out here to do it? Absolutely. Yeah. We had good customers back then.
What was your favorite division? So what would you look forward to go
Sports
watch?
stock.
Sports stocks.
We had
You had some badass rules back then, man. At the sports stocks at Painesville back in the day, they were tough.
Sports stock. And then figure eight. But sports stock
Sports stock was the
we had
division
about
back
14
then.
cars every night.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to watch them back then, especially as a
Mickey
kid.
Caranci,
I think Lawson's were
Lawson's
racing.
were racing. I can't remember that. My mind went blank. Bunch of them.
If you could, so right now you have Painesville, Lorraine, Sandusky left. You have those three left. Not running, but they're left. If you could go into one of those tracks and take it over, which track would it be?
None of them right now.
No, you got to pick one. You got to come in and pick one of those tracks.
Lorraine. Not Sandusky. Lorraine. Sandusky's done.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lorraine.
I think what we're going to
But
see
as every day goes by,
yeah,
you're
hurting yourself.
You're hurting.
And nowadays, you and I talked about this last time you were here. You're slowly killing it off. Guys are finding other things to do.
Once
Yeah.
they
Buying
leave,
botes.
Yes.
once they leave, it's hard to get them back.
Is that? Yeah.
And that's one thing that stuck in my head with you. You weren't the guy. You hated throwing people out. If you had to throw them out, you threw them out. But you would even say, don't give them something else to do. Make them think about the races on Saturday. They're
Well,
coming
you still had to penalize them. That's why it's better to do a fine first.
Yeah.
But if they were persistent in what they were doing, then you
Yeah.
got to give them time off.
That's funny. That's a question I was going to ask because I had an argument with somebody today about that. Is what do you do? What do you do? Do you fine a driver
You fine them first.
for fighting? Like I'm saying for fighting, like
Yeah.
like what
Depends.
Painesville had. They're fining people, or do you suspend them? What do
Depends
you
how
do?
bad the situation is. Yeah.
If the fighting is in front of the crowd, to me, that's different.
Yeah.
If it's in the pits where nobody can see it.
Well, I think this past weekend it was in the pits on turn 3 where people in the stands could
Get
see
it out
it,
in
but it
front of
was
the fans. The fans are paying.
okay.
The
Okay.
fans are first.
All right.
And I don't even know what the hell happened. If someone's watching and can tell me what the hell happened last week. We were out of town. We went to go see Donnie Iris and the Cruisers in Warren. And
Probably a better evening.
the hot dogs were pretty good.
Yeah.
I've never paid $9 for a hot dog before, but hey. But I get a video that there's people fighting in the pits. I'm like, come on, man. It's week number 2.
And my other question was like, do fines versus suspensions, does it change by the racetrack? Do you judge by the by the drivers, like by how their demeanor? Do you decide by that by them if it's suspending or fines?
I only can speak for myself. No,
Okay.
average fine was maybe $100.
Okay.
Jim Fu said when he was a kid, the pit pass age was 16. It finally changed when I was 13. I was finally able to get into the pits. I just released an article about this subject about an hour ago. Well, we'll definitely have to read it, Foos.
Well, I'll tell you this, at Lorraine, in the 60s, you could put kids in the pits with a parental release. Because I
Yes.
went through it, I was a sophomore in high school. When I
Yeah.
started going to pits, and my parents wouldn't sign a release, so I did. So, You know, I signed a release for the whole season, give it to Ray Yost, and I was in the biz that got the track.
Didn't you do something with
I
sign
did that with him.
a release?
In 1984, I did that with him.
Faking your mom's.
I faked my mom's.
This
I
one.
faked my mom's. Nick, I hope you remember this, which I know.
I know.
In 1984, I come to Painesville with the car. My brother and I, we drive it to the racetrack. I take the headlights out at the racetrack.
Excuse me.
Shack says, we need your parental release. 'Cause my mom just
It's
signed
not
it.
me saying that.
No, it was the pit
That's
booth.
Tom Shaver.
Yeah, it was the pit guys.
Yeah. Or the girl that was selling
It was a
overhead.
girl. It was a
Yeah.
girl at the time. Then they called you because I said my mom signed it. She was just here, signed it, and just left. Because I grabbed the sheet. I already had a sheet, but I grabbed one and make it look like she was
Well,
signing.
he
it.
didn't call me, but Clyde was still alive, so it might have.
I thought it was you that came up to me and said, son, did you misspell your mom's name?
No,
So
that was.
so on the sheet, I misspelled my mom's name.
Hey.
And they said, get back there. You guys let me race? And I went out there, my first ever race. It was in take the glass out. How many guys back then drove their cars to the track and broke their windows out
That
back
was a
then?
lot.
It was almost every Friday
Yeah.
night. We were watching. There was guys that you would say, hey, go over there and park that car, break the glass
Yeah.
out over there.
Yeah.
I went out there my first race because the two, Bernie Black Flag, the 2 leaders, I won. I won a damn race, my first race ever. But I swear it was you, son,
Maybe,
you didn't sign.
Jerry, I can't remember.
You're
No,
like,
here-
you
here's-
spelled your mom's name wrong.
Here's the problem, and you're a victim of it too. Between the three of us, how many laps have we watched?
I
Say,
know.
Let me
That's
ask
a lot.
you this: do you remember Paul Baumhauer going head over heels at Sandusky on a warm-up lap? There you go. That's
But you know what?
Is that really a person?
Paul Baumhauer.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know if you were just making up a name.
No, he's
Okay.
a modified driver.
Okay.
But you don't remember this kind of stuff.
Right.
But and the reason why I'm bringing up Painesville so much is I'm a little worried of the direction that it's going. And we as promoters, we want to give our 2 cents to a point, because sometimes these guys ain't listening. They have their way of doing things, and I want to see the place succeed. You want to see we all want to see
Absolutely.
all these racetracks succeed, especially when you had one just get torn down. Barberton's gone. The track's not there anymore.
Did they? Is it?
It's done. It's gone.
I never saw a picture of
I
it.
didn't
Yeah,
either.
I'll get a picture for you.
Yeah,
but
I'd
it's
like
gone.
to see that.
Uh,
So it
actually,
didn't-
Scott bought the fence around the damn track.
Oh, okay.
So Sandusky, I believe what's going to happen with Sandusky is I think Duke is going to make it next year special events only. I really do. I think it's
Well,
Gonna
good luck
be-
with that.
I think that's what they're going to do. I might be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice, Nick.
Can you afford to run special events
Hey.
only at that track for what it's going to cost to bring it back?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But you know what? Duke is putting, the guy really loves racing. That's the only.
Who's Duke?
He owns Thor Sports, the
Oh,
NASCAR
that's his
trucks.
first name. Okay.
Yeah. He's right on the other side.
I know
Yeah.
where he's
Oh,
at.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's got the $1 million horses at the other side,
Yeah.
on the other side of the wall.
But the tire almost hit that one race.
Last year, a cavalcade, a tire came off while the horses were out in the pasture.
Really?
I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh.
Yeah. To run it for I just don't see it.
I mean, he might not be, but
There's a lot of work that needs to be put into that place.
and the thing is, you can't practice at that track if you own trucks. The rule
No,
is
you
you
can't.
cannot run. You can't go practice truck
No.
somewhere. If you get caught, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Larry and I were talking last year that the Icebreaker, which was supers and late models, the High Miler, and the Cavalcade, you could basically live off of.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
But let's be honest, that was how many years ago?
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work today or not. I don't know. I don't think there's too many late models today out there.
No.
I think that's
No.
a dead.
We were at Midville last year, and I think they had eight late models, the Outlaws.
Yeah.
But Michigan, they're still popular in Michigan. Michigan gets quite a bit like Flat Rock.
I saw the roster the other night. I think I only recognized 1 or 2 names from Barberton.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's my whole thing is with you, and I want to know from you, what could you do to fix Painesville? Give me just one thing you could fix. If you could fix one thing right now, what would it be?
You got to get the rules straightened out.
Yeah.
They're a little too high.
Mhm.
money wise. I don't know. I'm not Jerry. I don't know.
I know it's tough, man. It's tough.
In the past few years, not running every week did a lot of damage.
You
A
know,
lot of damage.
of over the years, and if I'm wrong, tell me I'm
You
wrong.
have to keep momentum going.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm wrong, why don't you tell me if I'm wrong? I think a lot of racetracks have lost the entertainment of it.
Yes.
The reason why people come. Racetrack owners think they're going to open the doors and they're just going to come flowing in when it's not the case. They've never understood how hard you worked, or I worked to get people in the stands to entertain. And when you tell an owner, hey, this ain't a racetrack, this is an entertainment facility, they get pissed at you. I had owners that used to tell me this is a racetrack. No, it's not a racetrack. This is an entertainment.
Place.
You come here to entertain people.
Right.
People want to be entertained. I'm not spending, I don't know how much it is to get in front of a racetrack, $15 to get in, just to watch cars go around in a circle. Now, I'm not saying go wreck your cars. I'm not saying let's have wrecks. I'm saying let's get the rules in order where the racing is competitive up front,
Exactly.
side by side.
That's out of control.
And
And the
it's,
compact cars, and you're paid. Like I said, our guys ran for a trophy.
yeah,
That ain't gonna
And they were
happen
thrilled.
today.
Mm-mm.
And I don't think yet. Rich is right. I don't think you're going to be able to do that ever again.
No,
you know,
you can't. What's it gonna cost to go buy a compact and race it? You're talking $2 to $3
Right now.
grand
Yeah.
just to get it to your garage, not to mention the money you gotta put into it. And of course, then everybody's gotta trick it up with all this,
Yeah.
stick $50,000 into it to win $100 for the
but
future.
you remember when we started the compact class, when we all got together and started that
Front wheel
class.
drive. Don't
That
say
car was from
compact.
your car lot, wasn't it? Wasn't it like a wholesale car? Didn't you bring wasn't it like a Dodge Shadow or something?
I
like that?
never made a car.
I thought you donated a car or something
No,
on there, but it was a stock car.
it was a
It was
front wheel
stock.
drive. Yeah,
You basically said take the glass out and go
that's what we
racing.
did. It was Spectator was a full size
And
compact.
it just
60s,
went
70s.
off.
So how come nobody does that anymore? To take the glass
Insurance.
out? Okay.
Insurance, you have to be willing today to put your business on the line to allow those guys. Because insurance companies today want you to have 4-point gauge, harness. Now,
I don't know what they're requiring.
but
I know racing seat belts for sure. I don't know. So
Yeah.
to be fair, I haven't kept up with the insurance part. I
but
don't
back
know
in
what
those days, they put the burden on you.
We
You as
you
the
didn't
track-
have to have a roll bar.
Yeah.
All the doors had to be the front windshield, Lexan.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have racing seat belts, just a seat belt.
And that's why it grew though. Kyle Carlson said, Josh Wade brought up a good point with the rules. Don't penalize the fast cars with the rules. Help the slower cars get faster.
Yes, I agree with that.
So we were talking about before we went on the air. That's what you do.
Yeah.
And do you know any idea what he's talking about?
There
I've been
was-
working the past couple of days. So I don't know.
There was a post today about a change in the compact class at Paynesville. The post is no longer there, so I can't
Okay.
really. It was a change to the Hondas. That's all I know,
Okay.
and I don't know if it was to make them slower or what it was, but it caused a big uproar. So
Okay.
I think that's what he's referring to. And then Josh made a big post talking about how there was a photo finish this past week with the compacts between
Okay.
Kyle Bates and Zach Myers. So I don't
Well,
know.
his
specifics.
philosophy has always been, and we've all learned from that, is you take your slowest cars, you figure out why they're not keeping up with the other guys, and you give them a little bit. You don't penalize the fast cars.
We tried never to change the rules, Jerry.
Yeah, you were a stickler.
Never.
We were talking about that. Rich, he was a
I
stickler
needed
with
it.
the
I want
rules.
to camber the wheel. No, move up. I would always tell him,
Yeah,
I want to do this. Move up. I can't afford it. It's not my problem. This is an entry level class.
They took camber away, whatever that means.
No camber.
Honda camber was limited, and then Kyle said they took camber away. So whatever, I don't know what that means.
Joe Cabrera said, I hope I said it, Cabrera, I hope I said it right. He said, tell me about it. I've been 3 weeks busting my butt to get a street stock together, not to break the bank. Street stocks are not,
It's expensive.
they're
The
expensive.
problem is, I'm gonna put it on, a lot of it on the drivers and the owners. Back when the rat races started under Lemo, I think it was 65 or 66, because I was in the,
66.
I went to the Army in 66 and they weren't there in 65. But what do? Okay, first thing we gotta do is, I'm tearing up wheels on the right front. Can I double wheel it? Yeah. So you took and cut the center of a stock wheel out, put it in there, weld it up.
Yeah.
Oh, let's race. Well, we're racing. You know, I'm breaking studs. Can I go up to that big stud?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll put big studs in. Well, okay, good. Well, you know, I'm leaning on that right rear pretty heavy. Could I put a big stud on there? Yeah, okay.
One thing led to another.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You know, it started out as a small snowball and it ended up in this avalanche, huge piece of snow. And I told Nick and I and Toad Bonema when we got into it over the quick change rear ends for modifieds. Anytime you do a modification to your rules that's going to cost money, you're going to lose cars. Guaranteed, you're going to lose cars. Give them a rear end, give them a quick change rear end.
Yep, I remember that.
3 cars, gone. I don't know where they're at. I don't care where they're at. They're not at our racetrack. We lost revenue on it. So
Did you start the EMOD class, you guys?
No. That
Was
came
that
in,
Terry?
that came from IMCA to Sandusky.
Yeah, but the actual EMODs that we raced at Lorraine, was that Terry Adams
Nope.
that started it?
No, we did.
It was you guys?
Yeah.
You know, you remember that class?
That's when we were having the issues with the late models.
Yeah.
But before we dropped the late models, we started the E-mods.
But the EMOD class, or those stock, they were pretty
It was
affordable cars.
IMSA E-mods.
Yeah.
And we did use their rules.
They came in and who was the guy, he's a big racer, was ARCA Racers, was big into it. He came to Sandusky and we had a meeting, you know, and one of the well-known drivers says, you're telling me that I can put a rat block in that modified and race it?
Yes.
You certainly can.
Do anything you want.
And all the cars, all the little block Chevys gonna roll by you.
Somebody could claim it for
Yeah.
X
Right.
amount. What was it?
Right.
$2,500.
Oh, it did have a claim.
$1,500.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it was enforced.
Claim motor. They
I-
weren't claiming.
No, I don't remember
Very
anybody
rare.
claiming it.
No,
Did
very
anybody
rare.
claim? Do you remember?
No.
The tech was
Well,
tight.
yes, I think it was 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And then they normally were turned down.
The deal was, we brought them in. They were raced under IMCA. The guy in charge of it, Tommy Gutowski, lived in Elyria. Tommy and I went to school together. And you enforce the rules. Well, then Sandusky didn't want them. So Nick and Terry jumped in, so we'll take them. And they went from EMODs. That year, I don't remember the driver's name, but he had 2.5 years on the tires. They were rocks. I want to tell you they were McCleary 10s, but I'm probably
Yeah.
wrong. But
McCurry? No.
yeah,
I know what you
everybody
mean,
run.
yeah.
2.5 seasons on the champion had 2.5 seasons on the tires. The longer you run the tires, better bite you got off.
Yeah.
They were rocks. You know, well then at the Leaf, somebody decides they will let the
But we didn't have modifieds at the league.
Terry's the one that went to the Hoosiers, used Hoosiers from the late models.
No, that was the late models.
Take your hands off the mic. It's okay.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
can hear it loud through that.
That was the late models.
Sorry.
No, that's when
The tires.
Rulick said, I'm going to allow used tires. And that's when Lombardo's asked me to take over Lorraine in '89 to keep it open. That's the 1 year Giselle, they failed, and I did. Kevin and I talked a lot. I go, used tires. So let me ask you something, Kevin. I'm at home. I buy a brand new set of tires. I go around the block. They're used.
Are you?
Yeah.
You know, I says, no, I stay with new tires.
Yeah.
You could run a new tire. Well, he didn't change it for about 3 weeks. Then he finally did.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't going to get any cars. I want to say that was late model.
No, I'm sure it was the modifieds. Terry started allowing
Maybe it was.
because they were $10 a skin. They come off the late models. Late models were running them. $10 a skin, and then I need four old tires, and we don't have any. Well, what the heck? Can I put new ones on? Oh, sure. I would make more money on the new tires.
Yeah.
The tire sales became money, good money, because there was a markup from Hoosier to the owner. You know, so this whole thing transpired out of control, involving money. You know, and it just
You know, at the end of the day, especially like with Cloverleaf, it was so entertaining there. You know, and did you work with Ruick a lot at Cloverleaf? Did you guys work together at all? But man, I'll tell you, man, we have to bring up Kevin. I mean, the stuff that he would do at that racetrack,
That's how he always was.
you know, to make money, and understood that these fans come here. And I think Kevin always wanted people to leave and talk about what's going to happen next week.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
I think his whole thing was,
That's the way it should be.
man, he wanted people to talk about Cloverleaf on Monday morning more than anything. When Facebook and all that came out, Kevin became a hero, man. Kevin was always on.
He was always on.
This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. We're going to do it
No,
at
he
Mansfield.
didn't have a racetrack. Mansfield.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mansfield. Yeah,
Never send them home full.
yeah.
Always have them hungry.
What question did you have for him earlier? Joe's watching.
Joe, car cost goes up, car count goes down. Some people. You just said that, Rich. You just said that.
You asked about something earlier, remember?
Some people have more money than talent,
John
and
White.
you can't buy talent.
Sound like Gary Weinborough.
So, Joe, I was asking
Yeah,
earlier,
that's what you meant.
Nick,
Yeah.
when they used to pay at the window, when Nick and them were running the racetrack, you get done at that night, go to your pay window, get paid. Am I wrong? Was there a night that you were at the pay window just talking and someone started a fight with you? You got in a big fight at the pay window? And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But
I never went to the pay window.
no, I'm saying Joe. I'm saying
Joe who?
Joe Marsh. I'm talking to Joe Marsh right now.
I'm
So I'm
sure
trying to
he has.
see.
Yeah.
Jay McCulloch, that's why when I'm racing, I'm only running 2 tracks because I don't want to break the bank to buy tires for different tracks. And the tires that Painesville went to, the Recap Hoosier, not too many guys are complaining about them now. Now that
Is that what they're running?
they're running a Recap Hoosier now,
Oh, interesting.
a nice skinny Recap Hoosier. So a lot of guys ain't complaining about it. I thought it was going to be a disaster with this tire, and they figured it out. Henderson and Hill,
Good.
all the Josh Way, him and his kids, they figured it out. Only $100 a tire. The problem is you got an $80,000 street stock on a $100 tire.
It's true.
So Jason Crancy said, the great one, the Greek for president.
My neighbor in Florida. Yeah.
And
That's where he is.
is he really?
Yeah.
So is he going back and forth? Is he in Florida?
No, he's down there.
Is he? Jason's such a great guy. I love watching Jason. You gave him his chance to flag, didn't you? Wasn't it you? Jason Crancy?
I think
I think I
was.
did, yeah.
I think it was you at Lorraine, wasn't it?
Very young.
Yeah, he'll say something.
I think it was, yeah.
But I just want to know if Joe's still watching, if that happened. I'm just making shit up as I go along. So, Dixon racing today compared to back then. Do you see it?
No. I'm sorry.
I got to know. I want to know what you're. And listen,
If you had the money and you're the right person, hire the right people to do it, and the weather's on your side,
Yeah.
it's going to be 3 to 4 years. That's doing everything right.
yeah.
Okay. And if anybody, even nowadays, get into it.
Yeah. My thing is, 3 times I've been to Painesville and I fixed it. Twice with the Batemans, I fixed it. And then when the Maggios and I got together, we did pretty good. So 3 times I've been in there to get it back going to where it needs to be. I just don't have the heart to do it anymore. I just don't. Like, I just want to go racing. And
I wouldn't mind doing it, but I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Painesville can be fixed, but you can't do it the way it's being done. You just can't.
Well, running every week is a big thing.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. It's a matter of who's going to
Jeff, I
come.
need to cut you off, man.
Go
I
ahead.
don't want to do that.
Go ahead.
All I was going to say was, and we talked about the last time I was here, let's pretend there's a racetrack that you could lease. Let's say the lease is $60,000 up front,
Yeah.
not during the season, up front.
Yeah.
Now, one of the divisions you're going to run is going to be modifieds, along with stock cars and all this stuff. Okay. So in our time, the last run at Lorraine, Nick and I were with Kevin. The insurance for the year was $30,000. Now, you bought that package, and it had to be paid for by the 1st of April.
That's correct.
So now we're $90,000 in debt.
Not even opened the door yet.
No. Now,
But a lot of people don't realize that.
You know,
you know,
They don't.
let's talk about our racetrack here. The winter, I'll use Lorraine as example. For whatever reason, winter is terrible
Yes.
at Lorraine. It tears the place up. It takes the month of, as soon as you can get in there and it dries up, get in there and go to work. So let's talk roughly $10,000. Okay, now we're at $100,000. We've not opened the gate
right.
and done anything. Okay, you explain to me, how many people's it gonna take every night? Of course, the first race is rained out.
Yep.
The second race, it's cold and the threat is rain.
Yeah,
The threat
yeah.
is worse than the rain.
Yeah.
So we race anyways, try to get
So
things
you're in the
going.
hole right off the rip.
Yeah, so how do we live?
But you know, racetracks, and I mean every racetrack, especially in Northeast Ohio or in Ohio, even Pennsylvania, they need these May races to help them get ahead. They go, hey, if we can race 2 out of 4 times in May and make some money, we can kind of get ahead at the 16-week mark. But it never works out that way.
All right. We talk about my Iron Horse bar. And a year ago, I put the Clovelly Speedway sticker up. And a feature win sticker. And the people that run the bar, I asked first. They're in the red. When I go in there, when I'm in town, I put a race on.
Yeah.
And they go to me, you know, guys, I always talk racing. I go, you're going to get a lot of compliments on this when I'm gone. Well, they did. Where's this track at? I go, it was in Cleveland. It's no longer. Who put that there? They're asking this.
Yeah.
Well, over time, when I'm there, someone will ask. I go, he's sitting right there. And they come over. And my point is, a lot of them that I speak to, they're vacationing from the Northeast, New York area,
Yeah.
Maine, name it. And then we start talking. They're having, what's going on with these racetracks? The one I go to, I don't go no more. They don't got anything. They're having the same problem. This is across the country.
Yeah.
Just the ones like Flat Rock and Toledo. It's been the same owner. They do the same thing. You know, they understand.
And they're surrounded by such blue collar workers
Exactly.
that love it.
You know, look at the ARCA race last weekend at
Mhm.
Toledo.
Couldn't
Great
find a-
crowd.
It was packed.
Don't quit using that
I'm
word.
sorry.
All
It was busy.
Packed to me shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
They had a very good crowd, and it was a very good race. But I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's dying.
I know I could fix it. I just don't have it in me no more. And owners today just don't listen. They want to do it their
And then
way.
Here's
And I'm not being mean.
I'm
We
not
have our
going
way.
to Jerry. The track's closed. You said they tore it down.
Mhm.
Last year, it's a Wednesday, and I know him.
Mhm.
The forecast for Saturday, we're canceling. Excuse me?
On a Wednesday?
On a Wednesday.
Oh, I remember that.
He canceled on a Wednesday.
I remember.
I have his number. I called him. Nick, how are you? I go, fine. What are you doing? What? You canceling? It's only Wednesday. Well, I don't want him to travel. Yes, you do. What if it doesn't rain?
Yeah.
You know, we never cancel until race day.
Race day.
And 80% of the time, and a lot of these people that are watching right now will tell you, pit gate time. He goes, and some people, well, you made me travel. I want you to travel.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it might not rain.
Right.
How many times that Chloe, Rich will testify, and or Lorraine or Painesville, they called for rain, it didn't rain.
And then someone would come out.
You know,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. Back then, we didn't have the phone, and you could look at the radar.
Right.
You know, when I was running the track, what we had to do to check the weather is had the phone number for a person at Cleveland Hopkins Airport that did the weather for the airport. And he was, by the way, he was a customer of Clovelly. I let him in. Great guy. Always
Yeah,
came
yeah.
over and said, I used to tell me what to do. He goes, and he would tell me, he goes, I would wait. And most of the time, he was right.
Wow.
But they're canceling on a Wednesday?
That's gonna be my second question to you guys about weather.
I think Midville, they didn't run last week.
No.
You know,
But I think it rained there all day Saturday.
Why own the track? You're
Painesville,
not going to
Painesville
try.
waited the rain out, and then the sun came out.
Jerry,
So
you heard the
Painesville,
word I
yeah.
mentioned, momentum.
Yeah.
It's not my problem. I'm stopping you from traveling. okay? I got to try to make some money too.
Right.
Come. We're going to try to race.
Right.
And Bobby Conklin, Rich Rankin, John Lemo, John Rose, all the announcers would say that during the evening on a sunny day. We're here to try to race.
Right.
Please don't read it in the foreground.
Yeah.
We had when you call the answer machine.
Yeah.
And we would update that. I mean, I would update it all the time.
Jason Crancy said, I was 13 working for ORA. Nick put me on
Safety
for
crew.
hot laps and qualifying.
Yes,
the rest
I
is
did.
history.
Yeah. Well, he was originally with safety crew. Yeah, that's what he was. Yeah. And then after that, he flagged at Painesville. And then he did the other tracks.
I do have some more comments coming
Right,
up,
go
so
ahead.
that's
But-
another one right there.
But that's,
Jeffrey Baker, not running every week, killed Lorraine.
he's right.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Jeff's right.
That's
And here, I'll give you another example. Speaking about rain out, they're at Painesville. Painesville gets rained out. Then you go to then next week you go to Lorraine. It's been 3 weeks since you raced.
yeah. But remember,
And somebody's going to be sitting at home. What do I have this car for?
you remember though, back in those days, if one track rained out, you'd race to the other track to get there to go racing.
Bingo.
You know,
You're absolutely correct.
you'd have to you'd survive off of that. These tracks.
If you'll recall.
And then the guy, Dennis is a nice guy. However, I go, what are you doing? You can't do this.
Yeah.
Russ Rubino, the original owner of Barbie, is rolling in his grave.
Oh, yeah. He was a trip.
It is
guy.
of all the tracks that closed. I can't really speak, even though Sandusky was my first ever track I got to promote. It really stings that Barberton's not there. It stings. And I didn't really go there to race. I go there to watch. But
That
it
dude
stings.
that bought it, he's been wanting to buy it
Yeah,
for maybe over 10 years.
Yeah,
And he did say, I read in the Akron Beacon Journal, they had a story about it.
yeah.
He did say I should have bought it before Dennis did. And I go, I've been trying. He admitted it's my fault, but this time I went through. He said, I got to expand.
Yeah.
And God bless him.
Right.
But, there's Dennis writing, always complaining. I go, why'd you buy this thing?
Well, my thing too is with Dennis, and I do want to get Dennis on, but my thing is with Dennis.
Don't even bother. Is he
Here's-
doing the Legends?
I don't know what he's doing, but here's my thing with Dennis. You said that you were making sure it stayed a racetrack.
Yes.
You didn't get it in writing. You didn't make a deal with him. Hey, the only way I'm going to sell you this place is.
I hope Scott's successful. So far, what I've seen, he's dedicated.
Yeah.
Did he open too early? Yes. Painesville, back in my day,
Yeah.
back in Lombardo's day, always open the first weekend of May. And there was a couple of times,
Yeah.
a couple of years, it was a second because of the weather, the lake effect around here. You guys get it more out this
We
way.
do.
And get,
It snows here in August, Rich.
Oh, yeah.
well, we've had a terrible spring. So
It's been horrible.
terrible.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible.
The thing that rattled my cage here a few years back, one of the racetracks was closed during the entire month of July, did not have any racing at that racetrack. July is one of your hottest months, not weather-wise,
Yeah.
business.
It's the
Business-wise.
hottest month. Here's the one you don't know. And you went to Cloverleaf. I don't remember the year. Let's see, we took over 82, 83. I want to say it was 84. 8 rainouts in a row at Cloverleaf.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
8.
That's killer.
8.
Wow.
Yeah.
That kills you.
God.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. There was a couple of times we opened, but we never raced.
Yeah.
We did maybe hot laps or
And then
quality.
it started
Yeah,
raining.
but there was a couple. But 8 in a row. I was going to blow my brains out.
It's good.
And then once we got going,
It was good.
it was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you going to use?
Yeah,
A BB
'cause-
gun?
Cloverleaf always opened the first Sunday the week after Easter.
Yeah.
That year, Easter, I think, was earlier. So we lost April,
Yeah.
May, and I think June on, we finished. There was no rainouts. Yeah.
something Brian Dolan has one thing to say. He says, Nick, all the tracks canceled based on the forecast, and it kills the fans for the year. And I said this at the beginning of the conversation. Once you start giving people different options on Saturday,
Exactly.
and
You're not gonna
I'm
give them
telling
do
you,
it.
Gordon Allen used to say this to me all the time. Do not give a family an opportunity to go
He
camping.
learned that from us.
So,
He was track champ.
I mean,
He's a
so-
great guy. And the only thing that upset me when he bought the track, because I was, I go, why'd you go to Saturday? Because
yeah,
well, he was still working at John Carroll.
yeah,
isn't
so he had no
I
choice.
go, all right, he gave me, I'll take that.
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
And he stuck to it though.
hmm
He stuck and he ran it our way. He didn't really change anything.
But he was a stickler, man. He liked to fine you. He would throw guys out,
He
but
did
he
what we
was a
did,
fine. He
yeah.
did not like throwing drivers out.
Here's the problem though with this suspending people. When we had 50 cars in one division, I could look at you and say, Jerry, you effed up big tonight.
Yeah,
I'm not putting up with this shit. You're out of here for 2 weeks.
yeah,
Well, I'm going to X racetrack. You want PIP money?
Yeah,
yeah,
Okay,
I said
fine.
that a couple of times.
Now I got
I'll call
Jerry
him, tell him
and
you're on
4
your
other
way.
guys in my feature.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to send you somebody else's racetrack
Yeah.
in this lifetime.
Right.
And I learned that over the years of not doing that, of giving somebody an
But
opportunity.
sometimes
to
you
go,
got to penalize people.
I get that.
Okay, especially if it's progress.
Yeah.
They keep on. What's the word? Keep on doing it.
It's habitual.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
And
it's a habit.
I don't know if you'll remember this. One night, Steve Hall come up to the tower, and you two started screaming at each other. And Steve Hall, something happened on the track. You black flagged
I don't
him.
remember Steve Hall. What division?
Sportsman. You don't remember
He
Steve
needs
Hall, 37, I think
numbers.
he was?
Numbers, not
Number
people.
37
I
sportsman.
remember numbers.
From here, I
very
think
good.
Menor or
I
Painesville.
probably have to see a picture of the car, and then I'll come to me.
Yeah, but he came up the tower and Rich looked at me and he goes, "Oh no." Steve come up and he's beating on him. Bah, 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 bah. You ignored him. Bah, 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 bah. You ignored him. You look over and you go, "Just a moment." Bah, 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 bah. You open the door and Steve starts on you. Go. Steve said to you, "You fucked up. You shouldn't have done this, blah, blah, blah." And you go, "Let's talk after racing." But
Yeah.
you raised your voice. This is not the time to talk about it.
wasn't
Let's talk
afraid.
about it afterwards.
I-
I'm going to load my shit up. And you were like, "Goodbye."
Yeah, I treated a driver as he was treating me.
Yeah.
If you yelled at me, I'm going to yell back at you. You gave me permission to yell back at you.
Yeah.
You know.
But you told Steve was like, "I'm going to load him and go." And you're like, "Bye." And then fucking slam that fucking door. Rich and I looked at each other like, "Holy shit."
Jerry, to be fair, that's part of the business.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, it's a sporting event. You
yeah.
know? You think the football players, you think the Cavaliers playing right now as we speak, they're not yelling? I mean, come on, they're
Yeah,
yelling. You know, it's a football game out there.
Tell me whose idea it was back in the day to bring in the Chitwoods.
Joey Chitwood?
Yeah.
I think it was Lemo.
Yeah,
it goes way back.
Yeah. You gotta understand.
That was a big
John
deal. They
Lem-
did 3 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And I'm telling you, the
And
lines.
we did it a
Do
couple.
you remember that?
Yeah.
The
John-
lines for
Packed.
people to get in.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
now I can
packed.
say that was packed. No, you can honestly
No,
say it was packed.
It was wet. They 3 days a week. I mean, 3 days for 1 week. It was
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
John was old school racer. He's good buddies with Markham,
Mhm.
new to France. Matter of fact, John was one of the staff announcers at Daytona Speedway, and then signed on and did Talladega as well. So he was old school, knew
Yeah,
all
now
the
it's at
people. that-
Daytona.
Rick-
Wow.
You should have heard
Rick
Jerry.
Chitwood.
I'm telling you, this guy, Rich, he had great voice, great. Just telling you what the story of what's happening as
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
watching it.
He scored a race.
And then, like I said, when I didn't go to the track, I would sit at home, sit outside, and I could hear him when the wind was blowing the right way, crystal clear.
Jason Cranzi said, slamming the door was the best part of Nick. It's true.
Well, you know it.
It's true, man. I'm telling
Go
you,
ahead.
that
I'm
night,
sorry, Rich. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
that night you slammed that door and Steve all he's I'm gonna load up and go home.
The name's coming to me now.
And you slam that fucking door. All right, bye. Whack. It goes that door.
And you could do that in those days because, the numbers were there.
Yeah.
And
You can't now because people are sensitive. They'll go on Google and
Yeah.
put a review of you and say,
Oh,
"Oh, this track is
they'll-
terrible."
and
They
they'll
slam the
burn you.
door.
Facebook
The other
is
problem
yeah.
with short track auto race right now is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be, you're doing
No. You're
promoting wise and social media.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember vividly when I was working for Kevin, the year Facebook started, and Kevin and I were studying it.
Yeah.
And I go, what do you think? I go, I've been reading. I go, you know, Kevin, I like it. It's free advertising. But the people that are commenting negatively, reviewing whatever we're doing, what do you want to do? I go, one-way information going out. The upcoming event, flyer, whatever you want to post. The results. I mean the results,
Yeah.
not just the winner.
Yeah.
You know,
There was all
everybody.
top 10.
Yeah. And maybe a brief story about what
Yeah.
happened, and that's it. Anybody who writes something negative, you delete them. You can't block them,
Yeah.
but you can delete them. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you have to pay Facebook to actually block somebody. Back then, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
But I
Now
could be
you don't
wrong.
have to.
Yeah.
No.
But you know, if you think about like, and I'm gonna open a can of worms now, but you two will get this. Drivers in NASCAR, they will badmouth NASCAR, but to a point.
Yeah.
They know when to stop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They know when
Yeah.
to stop because
agree.
they know what NASCAR is going to do. So when you see, so here's an example. You don't see a NASCAR driver go on Facebook and go, Steve O'Donnell is a fucking monkey fucking a football. He needs to do it. You don't see that. What you see now is guys like Denny Hamlin. They go on their podcast and they explain why they're pissed off. They don't simply just go, hey, NASCAR fucked me. They did this.
No, they're talking politely.
Yeah,
They're, maybe they are swear. I don't watch those that much.
But they
I get it. I get that,
they don't do it the way other people
But-
do it on social
but
media.
to
Like
be-
you and I discussed
Well,
last time.
there-
It's bad.
If you go on YouTube, there was Facebook. No, it's YouTube. Tony Stewart was on within the last week or two.
I just watched that, and it's a great interview.
And it was awesome about Bill France.
Yeah.
And Bill France had one radio that he could talk to Dale Earnhardt.
Yep.
And took him fishing and told Dale,
Did he?
don't
Yeah.
stick up my show. You won 2 championships. You're not going to win a third in a row. You won more, but you're not going to. And he says, it started with Tony saying, I want a feature. Go to the trailer. Go in the trailer. Bill France said there, he says, I'm not going to put up with you stinking my show up. John Markham was another one. You don't stink the show up. Markham would go to the edge of the track in those 200-lap new car races, make a fist, cross his arms. They had about 2 laps to get it straight. Other than that, Bernie would throw a caution out. We'd slow the event down, bunch him back up.
That's
You
the
know-
way it should be, honestly.
It's entertainment.
You know, and go ahead, Nick. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, this really bothers me. It's gotten worse.
So
Yeah,
big
it's too
time.
easy to write. And
It's-
there was a guy that wrote, I'm not going to mention his name. He would write about Lorraine a lot when we were there. And there was times he wasn't there because I knew what he looked like.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he introduced himself one time.
yeah,
He said, you're not even here. I wrote back to him. You weren't even there.
I
You
seen
know?
you a couple times say that to people.
Yeah.
You said that a couple times to people. Denny has been fined for comments on his podcast also, but he explains it's not completely derogatory towards NASCAR because you know at the end of the day NASCAR can hit you
Sure.
and they will do it. I mean they will.
They're in charge.
Yeah, they really are, and they make it
And
clear.
that's the way it's got to be from a business standpoint.
And I've never understood why racetracks. I don't want to say how the policy can go. We'll talk about this off the air. You know, this is important for me to tell you off the air. But there should be almost the same policy NASCAR has. Every racetrack should have the policy with social media with
Yeah.
their drivers. You know, but
Didn't we do that at a track in the South
sure did.
where there was
and
a
it
social
followed-
media policy?
There
where,
was a social media policy.
Yeah.
But
Nothing
off the
wrong
air,
with
I'm going to tell you how
I-
you can get away with it. I don't want to tell you, but there's a way that NASCAR, when you go on NASCAR, you become a NASCAR member, what do you do at the end? You sign your name.
Yeah.
You have no rights in a NASCAR.
If you stop and think about this deal with NASCAR and their at least super speedway racing. The fans complain they're boring. Cars nose to tail driving 190, 200 mile an hour. NASCAR tightens the field up. Now we're racing. Now the drivers are screaming and yelling, "Oh, this is dangerous. We're pulling it." Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right.
What do? NASCAR is in the entertainment business. Their races have to be entertaining, or like our tracks, they're not. People aren't going to come, and they got to, they've got to do something. It's a tough decision.
I really think
a lot of money involved there.
I really think if Bill France could come back for one day and see what happened to his organization.
Big Bill France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old man.
Oh,
If
yeah.
he'd come back for one day
Yep.
and seen what his family did to that organization.
I don't think they've done bad. I think they've kept up with the business, but it's one of those situations that, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What is wrong with it?
Oh, the same with it affects the NFL, Major League
Yeah.
Baseball, NBA. Everything.
I mean, look at the NBA
IndyCar.
right now. These guys drive down for a basket and they'll run from that wall to that wall over there, and that's allowed. They
Yeah.
can go up, and we used to call it goaltending. That was a foul. More than a step is traveling. And here's the deal. A long time ago, Charlene and I raised purebred cats, show cats.
Yeah.
So you get these people raising cats, and we had a standard that we lived by. They couldn't meet the standard. So what do? You change the standard to meet what you're doing. That's what these people are doing with professional sports. They can't play the old way, so let's change the rules and let it go this way.
Yeah.
It's easier that way.
Yeah.
I think the entertainment value drops.
It's just not there. And that's why I was asking you about the Chitwoods. I was going somewhere with that. If you remember,
Thrill show.
when you would go to a NASCAR race 2 hours before then, they had a thrill show going on.
Sure.
A guy on a motorcycle jumping buses or a car
Yeah.
jumping buses.
Humpy Wheeler.
Yeah. I mean, it
They're
was.
so popular.
It
He
sure.
doesn't do it anymore.
Nobody really
Yeah.
does it unless someone
the
corrects
monster
me.
truck stuff do it.
But it's not there anymore. People would
No.
go show up early
Right.
to Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
perfect example is the All-Star race being at Dover. Biggest snoozer race you could do. Put it back to Charlotte where it belongs. That's when it was successful. People enjoyed it. They liked watching them race in the pits and changing tires at 100 mile an hour. You know what I mean? They've taken that all away. What are they replacing with? It's not replaced.
But you know what? If they wouldn't have done Dover, how would they have known it wouldn't work if
That's
it didn't work?
Sometimes you just got to leave success alone. Stop
Well, if it's not broke,
reinventing. Stop
don't fix
trying
it.
to reinvent the wheel. And just like these other racetracks, they're all
Really?
trying to reinvent the wheel, but they're doing it out of panic. I believe racetracks today are panicking because they have that, like you said, 100 grand to open the door.
Yeah,
What are they going to do, Rich?
for the season.
Well, that's what I said the last time. What's the most viewed cable program on television on Mondays and Fridays? Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Is it real? No. Is
What?
it choreographed?
What? Wrestling's not real? What's he doing, Nick? He's killing the show here.
It's entertaining.
I was a fan when it originally started. I'm not a fan.
No, I got away from it. We had a guy by the name of Bob Smith, drove the Lawless Brothers 66 at Lorraine in the 60s, and he'd break out. He wasn't a sandbagger, but he would break out. Put the black silk to him, and he'd come off of turn 4 with the bird for the crowd
Oh, who
Right?
does that sound like?
and chug it, just idling down the front straightaway during the race. Did the crowd booed and,
Who did that?
Did they
a lot
s-
at that?
Yeah.
Who?
Huh?
At our tracks.
oh, it's good.
Someone did that.
Woke
all
the
the
people
time.
up.
Forgot who it was.
That's what got the
Don't
stuff.
look at me. It wasn't me.
Oh, week 1 you did it to the tower because you got black flag.
That's what got me in trouble with Cloverleaf. Nick worked the chute. I worked the tower. He called and said, "The place is dead. Give me the microphone, Bobby." That's what I made the
Yeah.
window. Women should be home doing washing the windows and darning socks. And,
And you know what? We find that it's funny. It's funny when you make jokes and stuff like that. But nowadays, people take it so freaking serious.
Yeah.
You can't be funny anymore like you used to. If Rich and I tried doing what we did at Lorraine today, I guarantee you people be on
No.
Facebook. Oh, these two think they're funny and doing this, and it's just part of the
They'd
entertainment.
be mad that Rusty Wallace really didn't land there.
Whoa,
Bunch of
he was
You
there.
bunch of liars.
He was there.
Was he?
Don't- he
God.
was there.
That-
Can you prove he wasn't?
He was
I
where?
cannot prove
At
he-
Lorraine.
At Lorraine.
At Lorraine.
He flew in the one
That
night.
chopper, the chopper came in, it was,
Nick,
that was not Rusty
you were
Wallace.
taking care of Steve Hall or something.
It
But
was
I'm
not
telling
Rusty-
you,
that was
Rusty
not.
Wallace was at Lorraine. Don't even try it. Prove us wrong.
Here's the thing I did, last time I did the season at Sandusky. One of the cars was sponsored by Harry's Transmission, and I used it at the fair with you guys, you know, when I was announcing. Why would somebody want a Harry transmission? I just don't understand. You know, it blows my mind. Why? What does hair do on a Some guy looks at me and he says, "No, that's not hair on the transmission. That's Harry. He owns that transmission. It's a transmission shop." Okay, I think I've missed this crowd a little bit.
Did we almost get fired one year at the Lorraine County
Oh, my
Fair? You
God.
and I with our. Did we get yelled? Didn't you once come up to me and say we got to ease up? You got yelled at or something?
Yeah.
Didn't we get in trouble for something?
We had the Spanish guy with Mr. Microphone wanting to know where the taco stand was. The worst part of that deal was you were an announcer, and I'm sitting in there just watching what's going on with Laura. And you said, I don't know who started it, but you said, "I'll come down to you." I says, "Okay," and I'm trying to pick up Laura. So Laura and I scooched down the chairs. I said, "Hey, baby, what are you doing? You want to go out and get a beer afterwards?" We're going back and forth, you know. It was Rich Rick. Never mind. I get home, Charlene says,
Oh no!
Oh,
"What the hell were you doing?" She
Oh.
said, "People been calling me all night. You're trying to pick up the fair." Oh my God! And people from church, women at church wouldn't
Oh
even
no,
talk to me.
Rich!
Oh my gosh, I never knew about this. I feel so
But
bad.
you know what?
Oh my God!
That's what's missing. That's what's missing. That fun, exciting. Do you even do the fairs anymore?
No,
No, yeah,
no.
that was fun.
Why don't you get us back in there this year, and all of us can do it? Why don't you get us back in there?
If I could, I would. That's
What'd you
I-
do?
when we were doing it. It was 150 cars. They're like to get 70 now,
Wow.
and I'm not blaming the fair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That just they build one car and they race.
They try to run it as much as they can.
They run 4 or 5 shows with these cars. Cars are just, you can't do it, too expensive.
Yeah.
We had a good time. What the hell was his name? He played in a band, was Spanish. You asked him what he was at. He said, "Look up for the taco stand" or something like that.
We
Man,
had
here
so much fun
Fair
doing
board
it.
member got on me about that.
It was that night, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I thought so. I thought you came up. I thought Rich came up to me and said, "Hey, we have to ease up a little bit." But we had fun. If we tried that today, oh my God,
we would be in trouble.
it'd just be Cloverleaf with Kevin Ruick. Did he do it justice for you guys?
No.
Down there, damn man.
I'm going to tell you what about Rurik and his motorcycle demos. I don't know if you were with us tonight. We went down to Club 44 after Daytona. We went down and Robert Hart, who owns New Smyrna Speedway, with one of my iRacers, Charlie Wright, was in with him at New Smyrna. But we were talking and carrying on, and Kevin's raising hell. You know, Kevin's the only guy I ever see that could stay sober and just have a riot start. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't need booze to get going.
No, he didn't really drink.
No. Robert Hart told me, he says, "He told you about us? You're damn right. He's telling you damn truth. We would take a garbage can full of money to the bank." He said, "That's a fact. That motorcycle demolition derby,
Down there, they
phoniest thing I ever seen. Man, people liked it." Okay.
I mean, the first one he did at Cloverleaf, I remember the two guys. They get in a fight at the flag stand.
That was all.
I know it, and this is how I figured it out. The night's over with. Those two guys were in there in the booth
Yeah.
drinking a beer, talking to Rook, and Rook was giving them money. I'm like,
Yeah.
this guy.
I
Oh
thought it
my.
was real. I did the one at the fair. We did one at the Erie County Fair. You and I did the Erie
Yeah,
County Fair.
yeah.
Mize run the front
Yeah.
of it. And you know, I'm thinking, this is some real shit. Kevin says, "No, they work for me."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Jason Crancy says racing will will never be as good as the memories we all have in the past.
Boy,
It's so true.
No,
Jason,
he's
you're right.
It's so true, man. But so with everything we talked about today, and me wanting to know, what racetrack did you enjoy the most?
Cloverleaf.
For hands down, Cloverleaf, everything about it. If you could reopen Cloverleaf today, in that spot, we know you
indoor. Amazon. We won't get rained out.
can't. No, you sure wouldn't.
Yeah.
What's one thing what you would do today with that Cloverleaf on that property that you believe would make it successful?
I would do it exactly with the way it was run when we had it. That's what I would do. But the cars have changed.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we had late models. Now you have modifieds, but not much longer.
It's kind of sad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
not much longer.
It's kind of sad, you know, what Jason just said, man. I mean, it kind of hits home a little
Yeah.
bit, you know. It's
Yeah.
kind of fading.
I always liked Lorraine was number 2.
Yeah.
Painesville was number 3.
I always seen, especially with Gordon and that, I always seen Painesville as a cash cow.
It was.
I always seen it that way. Even in the hard times, Painesville was a cash cow. And it's sad that over the last 10 years and that the way we see all the racetracks that used to be that way, not that way.
No.
And like you said, consistent. No, you said it, consistency.
It's got to be consistent.
You have to be racing every week.
Not worry about a guy. I don't want him to travel because it's going to rain on Saturday. That's what they said Wednesday. I mean, excuse me?
Yeah.
You know what, Jerry? It didn't rain.
You know, Kyle Carlson commented that the women's series canceled Jennerstown because of the travel,
Mhm.
and Jennerstown got the whole show in. All the other class, they kept racing. All the classes, they got the whole
Thank you,
show
Laura.
in.
She's
Wow.
absolutely right.
So it's like,
Wow.
what do you
They
do?
canceled the wheel portion of the show,
Yeah.
and
I mean, what
they made it very clear that part is canceled.
What is it, 4.5 hours?
in that
something?
instance, though, if the wheelman's coming 4 hours,
Probably
do you pay
4 to
them?
5.
5
And
hours?
it
For the
let's say
race
it
car.
rains out. Do you pay them for their time coming? Like
No.
the gas
No.
money?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Try to race.
Okay. I'm just asking. I don't know.
So I think, Jenna, you're right. I think it is 5 hours away.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
5 hours
yeah.
away. So
Sure,
In there.
my wife's from there, from Johnstown, which
Okay.
is right next door. The problem is, the time and the money involved is, that particular show he had, one of the owners tell me he's got $60,000 tied up in his stock car, in that Wheelman series. Now, those are nice looking stock
They're
cars.
nice.
You start 24 of those cars at Lorraine, that is the
yeah,
first 6 laps they stayed in a pack. That's some of the best stock car racing I've seen.
yeah.
Of course, I went to hell in a handbasket after that. But everybody gets a serious.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
we're pretty good. Let's get the bump a little bit. But it's a good division. Both Wheelman series are good. Modifieds and stock cars. I think it's well worth the view.
Tell us a little bit what your kid's doing now.
Nicholas,
Yeah, what's he doing? What's he up to?
he's getting married in December
Why?
because he's getting married.
Why?
Because he's getting married.
What kind of
And
dad are
he's,
you to let him go through that?
That's
No, I'm so
he
kidding,
does time and
Nicholas.
scoring for NASCAR. That's his job.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you got to be proud at this
Yeah.
point. You know,
I get to go to races. I
it's
like
cheap
that.
baskets
Yeah.
and racing for free. That's all he's like. Go get that job. I need to get him for free.
No, he was working for ARC at the time, and they came up to him.
Well, Rich,
Still works for ARCA.
right
he can't.
after the NASCAR truck race, Rich comes up to me and says, "Hey, you get me a job traveling NASCAR. I want to be the guy that stands on pit road."
Gynecologist?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I'm sorry.
Pit road.
The guy that stands on pit road, the NASCAR official.
The director.
No, it's
Or
one at each car.
A track
That's
official.
official.
Oh,
NASCAR
Yeah,
official.
but they call it something. The guy that stands there.
He calls me up on a Sunday morning in
Pit
Florida.
official.
Yeah.
I think I got you a job. You want to go do it? Oh, I got to talk to Charlene. A couple days later, I can't do it.
He calls me up Sunday morning in Florida for the Homestead race. I was there Saturday seeing him. I go home. Sunday calls me up 7:30. Hey, they need help on pit road. Come on over. You can work pit road for the Cup race. 7:30. Christ, I can't get there before 10, and then the
Yeah.
crowd.
But
I would've done
honestly, if we all look back on what we've done, especially you guys, you two, and the impact that you guys had on fans, the impact you've had on drivers, the ups and downs, everything that we've been through. Racing has gone through all these transitions because of you guys. You guys been a huge impact on
I
it.
hope so.
You-
I'm proud of it.
That'd be
You,
nice.
you should be,
Yeah,
honestly.
I'm not upset.
You know, there's nothing, I don't think there's nothing you could look back on. Either one of you guys can look back and go, damn it, I sucked. I shouldn't have done this, because everything you guys done has been successful.
I have no regrets.
Do you wish at any point that you would have taken a job with ARCA or NASCAR
Yes.
instead of the weekly racing
Well,
stuff?
when I was trying to get involved with one of them, but I
Mhm.
just didn't know anybody at that. I
Yeah.
knew the ARCA people. I probably could have got a job with ARCA. But NASCAR, no, I didn't. You know, when we were NASCAR at Lorraine, I got to know some of the people.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But no, I didn't push it.
I would have. If NASCAR would have been hot when I'd have been got out of the Army, I'd have went after.
Yeah.
Absolutely. John Markham told me first ARCA race I worked. I says I want to be a flagman for ARCA. We were ARCA sanctioned at the time. He says okay, and I says, do you ever need any help in Daytona? He says I can't pay for you to get there, but if you come down, I'll
Wow.
put you to work in the pits. I said okay. Week later, I got an ARCA flagman's license in the mail.
Did you really?
Mr. Markham was just a great guy. Yeah, he's old school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know now, but I could walk up to in Michigan. I've done it. Walked up to the credentials trailer, ARCA trailer. Hi, Rich Rankin. I announce at Lorraine. Oh, okay. Sign in. You know,
But you know, if you think about guys like John Markham, they really paved the way for guys like you and me, because
oh yeah.
I heard he was not only he was tough nosed, but if a driver was struggling or something like that, he would help them
Yes.
Yes.
to get to the next
That
race.
is correct.
Yeah.
You know,
He's a gentleman's racer.
and France did the same thing.
Yes.
You know,
You got to take care of the people who make you the money.
yeah, and
There's the show.
you were talking about Bill France having a radio talking to Earnhardt, and there's a story
I
out
don't
there.
know about that.
No, he really honestly did.
Yeah,
It's a
that
true
was
story.
from Tony Stewart. He
But
had
he-
two radios. One was NASCAR, the other was the 3-car.
And he could talk to him, and he would say, "Hey, under this caution, there's 10 laps to go. Go out and win this race."
Yeah.
And he'd go out and win the race, but they would communicate with each other. But he knew what Earnhardt was. He knew he was a ticket seller. He made him money.
Yeah.
And damn it, we need that again. Not in NASCAR, but we need that at Paynesville. We need it at Lorraine, at Midvale. You need that guy again.
Yeah. Locally.
Jason Cranston, you're right. Nick did set the standard.
I got to use your bathroom.
All right, it's $8. And there's no rain checks.
Yeah.
You sell beer back there?
Put a quarter.
Go through the shop and keep hanging a
Yeah,
left.
just keep hanging on. No, right where you came in the last time.
Yeah, just keep
Yeah,
going.
just
Just keep going
It's all
left.
around left.
So,
Don't stumble on a race car.
but just imagine though, if the France family would have followed what their dad was doing and how he would treat guys and understand that entertainment.
Well, it's just got to be big business. It's Saturday night racing, in my opinion, is pretty much over with.
I want to fix it so bad, Rich. I want to fix it so bad.
I'm not sure it can be.
You don't need to. You're having fun racing.
I'm not having fun racing.
Yes, you
My wife
are.
yells at me every damn week.
Let her
Because you're
drive.
not winning.
Let her drive.
Damn it.
She's probably better
Chuck-
than you anyways, damn it.
Chuck Chapman says, "I'm proud to be part of the history of Cloverleaf and Lorraine."
Yes. Yep. Hi, Chuck.
And he really was,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I remember Foo Senior doing you guys had a dirt hill at Cloverleaf. You guys would jump a car. You guys called it something like hole shot, or Foos will come in and tell me. But think about what we did back then. We didn't think about our bodies. You go, oh man, you want me to jump this dirt hill and land in a pile of dirt? Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
We put a helmet on. We jumped the damn hill. And, oh
Yeah.
my God, I can't move.
I'm partial. I grew up in Lorraine. I started there in 1949 with my dad. My dad take me to the races. We did Saturday nights, and then we had a period of time Wednesday nights. We had 2 pit entrances, and most of the traffic came off of 113. Most of the pit traffic came off of 58. We had 2 entrances. It was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
memory of real stock cars, and the drivers.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I started at Lorraine, about 19, sophomore in high school, I got to know the pioneers. I
Yeah.
call them pioneers. Al Wood, Bughouse Bill Richards, and Guy Danilo. These guys were cool.
Yeah.
These guys were the pioneers. They got the thing going, and where it's at today, I'm not going to point a finger at anyone and say, well, it's your fault. It's not. It's society. It's society.
I believe if us three guys sitting here right now, went to a track and took it over, we'd make it successful. With Nick the way he is, the way you are, and the way I am, I believe we could turn a track around.
It's going to take money.
In the beginning, it's going to take a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just saying that, with all of it, I mean, I pretty much come from your bloodline with learning how to do this stuff. You too. I mean, you teaching me the ins and outs of the announcing part of it and entertainment, which to me is the most important part. But getting the drivers there to be entertaining is the toughest part. So many good drivers now. If you went to Phil Rosen, just don't count his age. If you went to Phil Rosen right now and said, hey man, put a street stock together, I'm running Paynesville or I'm running Lorraine, come out there, he wouldn't want to do it.
No.
There's so many other fun things to do on Saturday night. And because of all the racing being dead for so long.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear a story about Kevin Bonham wanting to put a drag strip in?
No.
He talked about a drag strip on the back of the parking lot. We met a guy down at the RPM meetings who run high school drags on a Wednesday night. $5 a person to get in, $5 a car to get in, and all the food was $1 hot dog.
Yeah.
No booze. Parents, I don't think the parents paid to get in. No smoking, no drinking, no booze or anything like that. All high school students. Then he ran a big deal Labor Day weekend, and the winning high school got a big trophy, and it sat in their high school office until the following year. And this guy says, I made money. You can't believe the money I made.
Wow.
And it wasn't a quarter mile. It was eighth mile.
Eighth mile.
Yeah. And I'm looking at drag racing. Drag racing seems to be the hottest automobile racing now, followed by dirt, open wheel or dirt late models. I'm watching. I want to see how Matt Tiff does down at Mansfield.
The battles between the two drag racing organizations is starting. It's starting to get crazy.
It's always been that way.
But
it's nothing new.
Yeah, but between
it used to be the NAHRA.
I'm not allowed to say you.
Well, IHRA is going through some stuff where they just fired their president. And of course, we know that a few months ago they fired people by text on the same day. We won't mention anybody's
but
names.
It's crazy that these two organizations.
We're not allowed to mention names.
I'm literally, like we talked in the beginning, I'm literally not allowed to say anything.
I can.
That's fine.
I didn't sign a contract.
Okay.
But these two organizations fighting against each other, to me, is helping because they're bringing drama in that wasn't there before.
Sure.
My family member, it worked for Paul Lee, who's a drag racer they own McLeod Transmission Clutch. He's a bigwig with them, and it's bringing these guys together. This war between both organizations of drag racing is bringing people together. So maybe we need to open up a racetrack in Perry or something.
If IHRA is sticking with Oval, I would love to see them by Lorraine. I would.
It was so
I would
close,
give them
man.
the biggest chance of succeeding.
It was so close.
But
here's the thing. What we see happening with you have to have money now. If you buy a racetrack, 30, 40 years ago, you buy a racetrack, you could get sponsors to help you open and keep things going.
That's right.
Now you need the money.
Up front.
It has to be
big money.
Big money up front, man.
Big money.
That's why I give Scott and his family a lot of credit for doing what they're doing because nobody else wanted to step up.
That's ballsy.
Yeah, nobody else wanted to step up. He wanted to open the place and get it going and to try to keep it running. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be open this season if it wasn't.
It would not be open
Yeah.
if Scott didn't step up. So,
I haven't been to Paynesville in a long time. What is the odds of commercial development at Painesville?
So it's not commercial development, it's all new homes going up. So when you get off the exit now, there's all new housing developments are
Oh,
going up.
that's not good.
But they promised him that it'll never stop being a racetrack until the racetrack wants it to stop.
Okay.
The problem with that development going in, there's a factory across the street from Painesville to the right,
Yeah.
and it's the worst smell you could smell.
That's, what was it?
May they make pet processors?
Yeah, so it's the worst. Now you got a housing development going over, 1,000 feet going over there.
Oh,
So what do? You gotta.
Imagine being the real estate agent, like, hey, I got a racetrack on Saturdays, and you got the bad smell every day. Buy this house.
The worst real estate job ever. So, but I want to say thank you so much for coming in, Nick. This has been a long
Quite
time
welcome.
coming.
Anytime.
What I would like to do again soon, I would like to get both of you back in here with Bobby Conklin. With Bobby. I wanted to bring Bobby in.
On the go, yeah.
I wanted to bring him in tonight, but we would have never got anything in to say. We would have never been able to talk.
I always liked, Bobby thought I could be an assistant announcer when I was at the tower. That wasn't my job, but
Yeah.
he'd say, well, Rich, what do you think? Turn around, walk away. Okay, I love to fluster Bobby.
And you know what?
I love him dearly. Good man.
When we all did Painesville in 2017, he was my first choice. I wanted Bobby in there because Bobby could sell anything you asked him to sell. It didn't matter. People go, I don't like Bobby as an announcer. We don't care if you like Bobby or not. Bobby sells programs. He sells hot dogs. He sells drinks. And he entertains you when the cars pull on the racetrack. He knows everything about every driver.
I'm going to tell you two things about Bobby that's a fact.
Well, you would go in the beginning, walk around.
Yeah.
Bobby would say anything. At the Leaf, when I was in the tower, if I looked at Bobby and say fuck, he would. The other thing about Bobby begged food at Cloverleaf. We had a smorgasbord at Cloverleaf.
Yeah.
We had food. People were bringing stuff,
Are you serious? He
Yeah,
would tell
sure.
his
See,
fans
back
bring food?
Does he still work for the judge?
No, he retired.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Oh.
he retired finally. So I could have got him in here tonight, but I would like to bring you guys back.
Yeah, no problem.
Have Bobby in on it. We'll pick a driver that we should bring in. I think Phil Rosem, Tony DiPaolo, somebody.
I don't know how to get a hold of him.
I can get a hold of him. I can get a hold of him.
There's breaking news. Painesville Speedway just made a post that Thursday at 6 p.m. in the Tech Garage, there will be a four-cylinder driver and owners meeting going over important updates and discussing rule changes. So if you are watching and you haven't checked Facebook yet, 6 p.m. Thursday, Tech Garage for four-cylinder drivers and owners.
Nick, would you like to comment, please?
No.
Never did one.
I was waiting for you to
Like I said,
go.
one way, when we changed rules, we sent it to them.
Okay.
And then we maybe on race day discuss it, but it was never radical. Okay.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was never radical.
That's one thing too. You've always done. We talked about this before we went on air. If your rules came out, you pretty much kept them that
That's
way,
it, yeah.
unless it was an emergency
Yeah.
that you had to change
And
something.
the rules were out very early. Season ended, I'd say by Thanksgiving they were out.
Yeah.
That might be the problem here. Painesville released their rules really late.
Well, no, it was
Right.
because they were trying to.
They were trying to figure it out, but I think
You
it
took
was
over later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I know by Christmas people were kind of waiting and like, okay, let's get our cars put together.
I think if they, and I hate giving people free advice. I hate it. But I think if they take their slow cars and help them compete with the fast cars, they'll get where they need to be. I really do. You might disagree with me with
I'm
it.
not disagreeing.
But-
It's changed in the past 5 years so much.
Yeah.
I've never seen it change that much. And it's still going to carry on, until they get, I don't know.
I think, look
Like
at
I said,
Rich.
doing a weekly show and sticking to what they got right now, see what happens.
Yeah.
They'll know by 4th of July.
And that's the nice thing is they have racing scheduled like every single weekend except for July 4th. They have racing every Saturday.
Why?
Because they get to make up for.
No, he's saying why are they not racing?
On July 4th.
Yeah.
I don't think they wanted to compete. Doesn't Midvale do a big show on 4th of
Who
July?
cares about Midville?
I don't. You have to ask them. I don't know. I don't know.
Have fireworks.
If anybody can.
Give the kids gasoline and sparklers. I don't know.
Always had a
I'm not
fireworks.
sure.
Rich,
Yeah, I don't know.
What do we do, man?
Had a fireworks show.
Hal, can I do my racing?
Wait, hold on
rundown
one
when you're
second.
done?
Why don't,
Okay.
since they're closed July 4th weekend, why don't we give him $1,500 and us three, we put a show on
No.
July 4th? Nick, you got
No,
$1,500,
I'm not
bro.
investing in it. No.
Nick, you've got $1,500 laying underneath the seat of your
No,
car,
I
man.
don't.
Stop it,
Who's
man.
gonna pay the insurance?
Nick,
Oh,
No.
okay.
this is Nick.
No.
This is
Is it-
Nick.
Can I
He
tell
paid
you,
for the
I gotta
year,
tell you
he's
guys a
covered.
story
Don't
about
tell me he's a cheap ass, you know.
No, I'm gonna tell you a story about Nick. Go back to Speed Weeks. We'd all go down to Speed Weeks when we were sanctioned by NASCAR. Nick comes in, he gets this Ford Mustang. So him and I said, come on, we gotta go over to the airport. I gotta pick up my bag or something. Okay, so we go over there and he's in the airport screwing around. I'm looking around. I open a glove compartment. There's a key fob in there. I said, oh, this is cool. Stick it in my pocket. We'll close it up. We go, so we go to the restaurant to eat. Nick get out of the car, close the door, lock it, walk away. I'd hit the panic button. Beep, beep, beep. Nick turn around, hit it. I'd stop, turn around, walk away. Beep. He says, I'm not doing nothing. Watch us walk up and touch the back fender.
He did
Beep,
that.
beep. All these guys are looking at me, all laughing. I caught me. We went to, I don't know where it was. We went to some restaurant. He said, now watch this. And he goes and looks at me and I'm, whoops.
Could you have picked, honestly, a better partner in business like that? Like someone to work with you as announcer, flag, and could you have found someone
I
better than that?
inherited him. He stayed with
He
us.
just-
Yeah.
So it was
I
like,
had no problem with him. Even
he
then.
didn't want you, you just came with the problem.
That's what he said.
I came with Lorraine. We had
It was with Lorraine. And
Do you
he
remember
did-
the big-
He filled in at Cloverleaf.
Remember the big cartons he would have for the pop? You stick the straw in
Yeah,
the fucking
yeah.
thing. You came with those.
Listen, here's what happened. After I came back from the Army in '68, Lombardo's built a new concession stand at Lorraine. And I was at the track every day working. So I go out to the track and there's smoke coming out from underneath the door.
Yeah.
I open up, man, the place is on fire. And this was on a Friday. We're opening Saturday. I go in there and I find rags burning. I'm dragging shit outside. Next thing I know, South Amherst Fire Department's there. Jim Zutch lived across the street. He did
Yes.
the maintenance, and good people. And
Where Tom Findish lived.
Oh, okay,
Yep,
okay.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And get the fire out. Fire department's there and all this and that. And was it Rikas and
George Regas.
and Carl come out?
Wait a minute. In
No, not
1968?
Rigas. Nello. Was it Nello?
No, yeah. He
Nello.
probably built it.
They come out.
Neil.
Him and Carl come out and this is Rich. He put the fire out. You got a job here the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
So a lot of good things have happened and a lot of bad things have happened over your racing career. And not bringing up a sore subject, but the cars going into grandstands the one night. I never had the chance to tell you, man, you were cool as a cucumber. You were cute. I would, now we know we had an incident with something with an employee that night, but you were cool as a
You have to
cucumber
be,
that
yeah.
night.
Yeah.
When everybody else was panicking, you took control and calmed a lot of people down that night, which carried over to a lot of us learning
Yeah.
how to handle situations like that. Because I was on the flag stand that night. It's not funny, but I said to you, I said, did I just see cars going to grandstands? You come across the radio quietly. I said, yes, everybody stay calm.
Yeah.
One person involved with all of us didn't stay calm.
Yeah.
And they panicked and started flipping out. We'll talk about it off there. I don't want to bring it up. But that one person, and you took control that night.
Well, thank you.
And a lot of us learned a lot. Even the night when the cars hit the flag stand, when Denise Williams was on the flag stand. You know, you always have this ability to stay calm. And I appreciate it more than anything. The
Any
fans.
single.
You know, it's. I wish we could teach you to do that when someone comes to the door during a race and you slam the door in their face. But But you know that.
That's supposed to come to the tower. That was always goes way back.
But you know, learning that stuff, you know, it's tough to be in that situation at that moment. People don't understand the stress that you're not just worrying about the people got hurt. There's 30 things on a list that you got to go through. Insurance, getting things fixed,
Yeah.
and going through all this stuff. Was there a specific incident that happened at any other racetrack 20 years before that taught you to be that way? Like, was there a bad crash? We were talking about.
When I was a customer, that's the first year I went, and me and my dad. Well, my dad quit going. He just would drive me down and drop me off.
Okay.
And when I always sit in grandstand number 1, that's the year it was an afternoon race. His name was Bill Goodnight, and his car went up in the grandstands.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the first 3 rows.
Yeah.
That was
Pretty crazy. Huh?
I wasn't that far away, but I sat high. It didn't affect me. No one they got injured. But,
Yeah.
You know, but that was kind of wild. to
That's
see that
crazy.
happen.
You know, you
Yeah.
can't stop it.
The wall was another foot higher. It never would have happened.
Yeah. How about you, Rich? Of all the years, I mean, it was Mayo and those guys hitting the flag stand and Clement. Was that pretty?
Well, there was a boom, and the tower rocked. And Nick looked at me, so what was that?
That's
So we got a car in the stands, I think. And I've seen it. Railing was out,
Yeah.
all that excitement. Oh, shit. I'm going down there. So I went down. I didn't, with my work, I was just kind of, what do you want, callous.
Yeah.
I didn't get excited about much of anything, you know, and just do what you got to look at. When I went to an automobile accident, I looked at the injured, took care of them, obviously.
Yeah.
But I looked at what I was looking at was, oh shit, I got a pile of paperwork I've got to do. I got to get measurements, and my concern was the victim and the privacy of the victim, because it was 11 minutes and a Fox News pool crew was there. They came in with state highway patrolman and followed by a Amherst policeman. And the victim hadn't been treated yet.
Yeah.
We were still getting people to triage on the infield. And the pool crew wanted a statement. So I got them in a position where they had their back to the stands. I was standing to where when you looked at me, it was the infield. I didn't want.
Yeah.
I just didn't want that. That wasn't good. And
But to know to do that, you know what I mean? To know not to have them.
I did my thing, got them out of there. And then I was there till about 3:30, I think, somewhere like that. Went home, and Kevin called me in the morning about 7:30. He says, "Can you get over here? NASCAR's here." I says, "Okay." So I went to got there. NASCAR says, "Come on." Went up in turn 3, and he gave me a piece of paper, and he says, "You may want to use this," which means use it.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So that was the statement, which it was a good statement. It was great. I give that, and the last remark was, we'll have a further statement on this at the conclusion of the investigation by NASCAR and Lorraine County Sheriff's Department.
Mhm.
The next day, guy was taking a steam engine to the Medina County Fair, and he got stopped by a sheriff deputy. And the thing was low on water, and it blew up and killed him. And
I remember that.
Yeah.
I totally remember
took
that.
us right off the front page.
Yeah.
You know, and we
That's
just
right.
I totally
put it to bed.
remember
We
that.
just put it to bed, dropped it, didn't say nothing more. But
Yeah.
that Sunday morning, when I got there, Bryant Ashworth was working. He'd already cut all the bad railing out and was working, getting things. The idea was next Saturday night, there was not going to be any sign of any kind of accident.
Yeah.
And we had a deal. We set it up, had it at the employees meeting at Kevin's, that him or I would be the only ones who'd make official statement.
Yeah.
You know, and we just told everybody, if you want to run your mouth, you better know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
you better,
It was just a flat out accident.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's all.
That's all
But
it was.
you know what you're
It
saying
happens.
because
Mhm.
depositions are terrible to give. Because a deposition could be for the other guy,
Yeah.
subpoenaing you. So, but it all, you know, it was a tragedy.
But you know, the
The matter of fact, the driver just died.
Ooh,
I'll tell you off here.
Glenn?
No, one of us was involved.
Don
Don
Clement?
Clemens? Don Clemens?
Don and
No.
Or who was the other
wasn't
driver?
One of the other driver was a Gott.
Glenn.
Wasn't a Gott. Harold Gott. Wasn't he? Did he didn't go up in the. He's not the car that went up.
Was it
tell
Clement
you
and somebody else that was?
Yeah, he
Started
went up
up.
on someone.
It's on a restart. If I
Yeah.
recall right. Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come together and he
Yeah.
rocketed. He rode a car, rocketed up. What he got like 3 rows.
I couldn't
rows,
believe
and
it.
slid
Don
back
Clement
down.
is dead. I think he died, yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, and
But I couldn't believe my
The
eyes.
railing-
When I called you on the radio, I couldn't believe my eyes.
I mean, like I said, Rich said it right. We were looking to the right, cars entering turn one, like we
Right.
always do,
Yeah.
and heard the boom.
Yeah, I didn't see it
What the
either.
heck was that? And
I felt the grandstand shake.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
we were watching, like
And
I
I
was
saw-
watching what you guys were watching. You felt
saw-
it.
make the that was sort of what Bill Goodnight went through.
Yeah, yeah.
But this was even a little bit more
Yeah.
spectacular.
Brian Dolan said Pat King. Is that who you're talking about?
Who?
Pat King. Is that a name?
The name's familiar.
I don't know. He's saying
Put
that.
Joey Marsh is coming back.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. Go back up.
Joey Marsh said, I gotta wait. I got a little she got us in delay.
I'll read it. It was, Nick was in control when a dude walked across the pit chute coming into turn 3, and I got shoved in there and hit the guy.
Talking about Joe Marsh.
Joe Marsh said that.
Okay.
Nick was
He
in
did,
control when
yeah.
a dude walked
Yeah.
across the pit chute coming into turn 3, and I got shoved in there.
That's when
Which track? was
that's
that?
when
Was it Painesville?
the shoots went.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Because they moved it to where who did that? The guy that had NASCAR for a while, I think he did that, yeah. Which was
Yeah.
a good idea,
Well,
It's a lot of
before we
content.
let everybody go,
yes.
I want to say thank you very much.
You're
I hope we
welcome.
talked about a lot that you wanted to talk about. If we didn't, send me a note, and next time you come in, we'll talk.
That's fine.
But in the next 30 days, I want to get you guys in here with BobbyCon.
No problem.
I really want to do a show with you three.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just let you guys talk.
Yeah.
There's no reason for me to talk. Just let you guys talk. From all the racers, and I hope that a lot of them don't mind me speaking for them. Thank you for everything you did for this sport.
Thank you.
The both of you. You know, you guys have no idea the impact you have. And a lot of guys, the nice thing about social media now is we can tell you that.
Yeah.
We can tell you how grateful we are. There was nights that I wish to God you would fall down the fucking stairs, Nick. But there's also nights that I learned a lot of stuff from you, a lot of things from you, and I carried that over. Same thing with you, Rich. I mean, I would not have my racetrack sense of humor. Now, as much as I want to blame the Christy Brewer incident on you, I took that upon myself and screwed up. I tried to be you off the cuff, and it backfired on me. Chuck Carver said, nice to have both you gentlemen on tonight.
Who?
Chuck Carver.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he raced with you at Lorraine with his dad.
Yeah.
Real quick, Painesville Speedway Military and First Responders Night
Come on over here
this
real quick.
weekend. I don't have time. I'm just gonna go through like the two. Like
You have time.
it follows you, so you have to be nearby. This thing follows you. Painesville Speedway Military First Responders Night. They're doing all the classes plus the jukebox, figure eight, street stocks, compacts, juice box, and let's see here. Friday night, I'm not going to go through the whole list. By the way, this is sponsored by The Pit Gate. Kyle Carlson, who was on last week. Go look up his YouTube channel, The Pit Gate. Attica Speedway, Friday night. They're racing 410s, 305 sprints, UMP late models. Plymouth Motor Speedway, Outlaw 350 Super Modifieds, Outlaw late models, street stocks, 4-cylinders, and Hornets. And Lima Land Motorsport Speedway, GLL Super Sprints, UMP Modifieds, and Thunder Stocks. Back to Saturday. I said Sandusky. Back to Saturday. We already went through Painesville. Fremont has the 410 and 305 sprints and the Fremont dirt trucks. And Midvale Speedway has the Pit Gate. Funny guy. He goes, the Ohio Wheelman Super Series
Yeah.
featuring Jerry Patrick.
First
More
caution.
on that?
Because he'll be racing
I'll be racing Saturday.
the Wheelman. I like
Your first caution.
They're also racing the Mini Wedge, Outlaw Late Models, Open Modifieds, Open Compacts, Crown Vics, and Compacts. That is a jam-packed night at Midvale, and the Pitgate YouTube channel will be attending that. So that is your racing rundown, sponsored by the Pitgate YouTube channel. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks, Laura.
very
No
good.
problem.
Thanks for doing
I did that
something
really
tonight. We
fast,
appreciate
sorry.
it.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, listen, you come anytime you want. Anytime you want to come here, you come. You come here on Wednesdays if you want. Thursdays, Fridays, just come in. We'll turn it on. Let you out here do what you got to do.
I do want to bring up really quick. I think it's really awesome when I watch Jerry at different tracks that he is a combination of both of you guys. He gets his entertainment from you, like the entertainment spectrum, and I witnessed Jerry, and maybe he got this from you at Monroe Speedway one time on the. It was on his microphone, but the
It was
whole
on accident.
the whole place heard it. Is he yelled at one of his track employees because they made a mistake and fired him. And when he did on the radio, but the announcer's microphone was on, so the whole place heard him.
Everybody heard it.
So I'm like, maybe he got a little bit from Nick on that.
So Nick, this is what this guy did. Every time a caution come out, he would go talk to drivers on the backstretch. He was that guy that would lean in the window. Hey, how you doing?
Why?
I don't know. So the week before, I told him, hey, don't do that.
Gonna line people up and start going back
Exactly,
race?
exactly what you just said is what I told him. Caution comes out in a modified race. He walks up to a guy. He said, hey, man, I told you don't do that no more. Oh, no, I just want you don't need to tell him anything. We're telling him.
Yeah,
You don't need to tell him anything.
that was another best thing we had talking to the drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was-
I like
100%.
that.
Wish I had that back in my day. That was
That was
another
100% improvement.
good thing. Yeah.
So another caution comes out, does it again. I lose my shit, Nick. I turned into you like that. I come across the radio, the announcer standing right here. You know what I mean. I just black out. How many fucking times do I got to tell you to stop slowing the show up? Quit talking to you. You know what? Take your fucking headset off, shove it up your fucking ass, and leave, you fucking idiot. I see everybody in the grandstands looking up at me.
They all turned around.
I turned around and went, dude, you couldn't shut the damn mic off while I was yelling at this guy? And he goes, no, that's part of the entertainment, man.
That is great entertainment.
But, oh, my God, I was so embarrassed, Nick. I was so embarrassed because I just wanted him. Stop doing it. You don't need to be stopping the drivers to talk
Oh,
to
by
them.
the way, we were talking about, I'm excited. We had 12 and under free.
At
Front
the,
gate.
oh, you did?
I think Painesville does that, don't they? Or is it
I don't know
Somebody
what it is.
does.
somebody does? I know Sandusky did it for many years because I passed for.
Painesville does have
that for
an
while.
age limit you get under for free.
I think it is.
You get
12.
it for-
It might be 12.
Ours was 12.
Okay.
And I understand that, you know,
Accompanied with an adult.
yeah. And I totally understand.
That's if anybody can see that, that's the Cavs right now are up by 13 over the Knicks. I just want to give a Cavs update.
But again, racetracks struggling to pay bills. I understand why it's $30. But I've always been that guy that goes, and I want you to disagree if it's not true. I would rather have 100 people pay $25 to get in than 30 people pay $35 to get in. I want that long-term money
Yeah.
to grow with more people in the pits.
You want people.
Because a lot of people now look at that budget and go, hey, I can't afford to get the
Yeah.
family in if I do that.
Yeah.
So, but
Are you saying 35 is not a good number for the pits? Like,
I don't think 35 is,
Yeah.
if they have
I have
no
to see the
choice.
expenses. I said,
Yeah.
I haven't seen them since 2018.
If they had no choice, like I believe these racetracks today have no choice. What is it in New Smyrna to get in the pits? You have any idea?
I haven't been, so.
It's probably 35,
I
40 bucks.
think-
Well, when I go, it's speed weeks, so I know.
Yeah.
I know Volusia Speedway, the dirt track, as my friends go, and I go, "What'd you pay?" And she told me $53 through the front gate, and she said, "Yeah."
For how many people?
And they went to see Timmy J's son race,
Yeah.
Because they're
Oh, I
good
forgot
friends.
about that. Yeah.
and I go, "Let me ask you something, Leslie. Did it come with a pit pass?" He goes, "Yes." Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
So
I think Midvale's 40 this weekend because
But look at their purse.
racetrack. There's so
For-
many, yeah.
For speed weeks, that race she went to, Timmy J's son was racing, was $53. They went through the front gate, like I said, and it came with a pit pass. So I go, fine.
Yeah, Casey Jedrzejek's been doing really well this year.
So
Yeah.
with the pricing of the pits and everything right now, like Midvale this weekend, I think they have us, the wheelmen, they have late models.
Well, some of these tracks are trying to cover
Yeah, yeah.
the purse through the back gate. You don't do that. Okay? They're not going to change
Yeah, yeah.
their mind.
And
It's all about getting fans through the front.
what do you think the main thing is now getting fans to a track? What is the biggest obstacle these tracks face today?
To get the family to come.
Yeah.
There's, like we said, other things to do.
And plus,
And, and
it used to
the
be,
number of cars racing is, it's
Yeah.
not fun to watch.
it used to be it'd be cheaper to go to the racetrack than the movies.
Yeah.
And I think it's more expensive now to go to a track than it is the movies, I would
Exactly.
think. And that's with popcorn
But
and
they're,
everything.
the way it's been, they're just trying to pay everything out of the back gate. And that's why you're
Yeah.
losing cars.
And that's when we used to go to PRI back in those days. Track owners would say that, we want to be cheaper than the movie. We want the family to come here.
Well, I don't know what cheaper. They try to price themselves.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
movie, yeah. But like I said, kids 12 and under freedom. We always did that,
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully they get interest. Hey, Dad, I want to do this.
Yeah, yeah. And I think, and I'm waiting for Rich to get back, but that's what's different nowadays too. You don't have the friends or the family pushing people
Exactly.
to go racing like you used to.
One thing we're lacking on the show is you didn't ask what his favorite concession food was.
Yeah, well, I got that. I actually have it written down.
Hot
What
dog.
is your hot dog?
From which track? Which has the best?
When we cooked them.
Oh, okay.
You didn't put ketchup on them, right? You better not be a ketchup on a hot dog.
It's funny you said that.
Your wife commented and said, "Bring home dinner. You're grounded. You were only supposed to be out until 9."
Oh, boy.
She didn't really say that. She said, "Good show, brought back a lot of memories." Charlene. Don't believe you.
My wife, did she say anything?
No, she actually signed
She
off
won't
the
say.
moment you started talking.
Well,
No.
it wouldn't surprise me.
But again, thank you so much. Before we go, I really would like to hear you speaking to the drivers and fans from your past. Say something to these guys that have been there over the years with you.
Send money.
I was waiting to say, "Fuck
Hey, it
you
was
guys."
an enjoyment having everybody be our customers. They were great people. Great people. Became a lot of became a lot of friends with a lot of them.
Anybody that sticks out that you would have never guessed you would became friends with, but you became friends with them?
No.
So I was hoping you were going to say Rich. I really wanted to say
Not
Rich.
really. Not really. Wait a minute. Bob Haydock's dad,
Hmm.
because he when Cloverleaf opened, he ran Super Modifieds in 1960. He was the first feature winner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was the first
Wow, I didn't
one
know
to
that.
win the main. And me and him became good friends. Bob's dad.
Yeah, yeah.
And his mother. Those two. They were very nice. And they were
Good
great
folks.
Always customers. Back when I had Cloverleaf,
Mhm.
always would come over and say hi.
Rich?
And there's
Would you like to
Bob
say-
today on
Yeah.
the grill, cooking ribs. And I wrote back, "Why don't you cut the grass?"
What, do you go by his house?
He had it on Facebook. 11 o'clock in the morning, he's
Yeah.
making ribs.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could see his grass a foot high.
Priorities. Got to get the ribs
Yeah.
first. Rich, talk to the people. Talk to the
Well,
people.
I just want to thank everybody for providing all the good times.
Yes.
The laughs and the good time, all the drivers and the owners for putting on great shows. It's been my honor and privilege to be able to help with a, great time.
I asked him this earlier, and I didn't ask you. What track if you could bring back today, which one would it be?
Lorraine.
Lorraine?
Yeah.
Oh, you're like me. You just love Lorraine, huh?
Well, he
Lorraine's
started
my
there
thing.
like I started at Cloverleaf.
What was your biggest profit in a concession stand? What made you the most money in a concession stand?
Beer.
How about food wise?
Hot dog.
Hot dog?
Hot dog, fries, and a Coke.
How did you get Bobby? So at the end of the night at any racetrack that you were with Conklin, Bobby would say, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, 50% off hot dogs."
He never did that. We never did that.
You guys did it at Cloverleaf. You guys would,
Well, if there was some left over,
yeah, you
but
guys.
we would recook them. Okay, towards the end of our thing, yes, we did that a little bit.
Yeah,
Not much.
Conklin would make it sound like it
I
was.
think Kevin did it. Because he announced for Kevin.
You know what? Maybe it was
It
Kevin.
was
I
Kevin, not
apologize.
us.
Yeah, maybe it was
We
Kevin.
didn't, because we took them out of the bun and we froze them and recooked them. A lot of people liked them like that when they were recooked.
Well, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
My thing is with hot dogs, okay, they're not hot dogs, they're Franks. Hoffman Franks at Oswego Speedway. 2 Hoffman Franks and a Bud Light every time. I could eat it, I don't know, somewhere between 8 and 10 during the race night. For a classic weekend, oh yeah, on a Sunday, oh yeah.
They're that good?
Oh,
Really?
but they're not hot dogs, they're Franks.
Beef.
Hoffman Franks. I've
What's the
ordered them
difference?
over the internet.
They're a New York thing. Yep.
So
You got it, and you do them on a butter grill,
Okay.
not outside, but
So
Uh-huh.
Louis Loreno used to tell me stories from Sandusky Speedway with the hot dogs there.
what a great.
He
guy.
said they would snap, and you would crack them. He'd call them Tank's hot dogs or something like that. But they were in some kind of special casing, and they would snap. and
Probably a
do it.
hard. They had some hard.
Yeah,
It might be kosher.
They
I don't know, you never know with
were
Louis.
Skin. They had skins.
yeah. They said that you would hear them snap. You could hear them
Louis
snap.
was a trip.
Oh,
I
man.
met Louis
I
once.
miss that guy so much.
Louis was colorful, good flagman. I'll tell you the flagman that besides Bernie was great was Jimmy Kelly at Sandusky. He was outstanding flagman, good flagman, called a good race, and was colorful. He's a fan favorite.
Maybe we need to get you on a flag stand this year. You want to flag a race this year?
Sure,
Let me see what I can do.
I got my flags.
You got your flag still? Can you dust them off, Nick?
Oh, they're in the
If he
bag.
pull them out of the bag, is it
You
gonna
know
be?
who's big? They got my ORA plaque
Yeah.
on it. Rumbaugh's wife made it for me.
When he pulls the flags out, above the moth's
Yeah.
gonna come out.
Mine are downstairs in my container. I still have them.
Well, guys, I really appreciate it.
All right.
Everybody out there, we appreciate it. Take your mugs. Yours is $8 still.
And believe it or not, we guys have been on for 3 hours and 7 minutes, and we still have viewers. We have some loyal
Well,
viewers.
Here's
So
the thing.
They're all here for Nick and
Thank you.
Rich.
yes, thank you
If
very
you think we did this for free, she'll get the bill at the end of the month.
No.
much.
It can't be more than $12.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty good money now that you mentioned it.
So, is there anything else?
Nope.
All right, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it. It'll be on YouTube if you want to rewatch it. Laura puts clips of this, so she'll go through the show and listen to funny clips
I mean,
and serious clips.
We do need them to do the closing.
Yeah, they are not gonna. You want to do the closing? We
Absolutely.
do.
What's the closing?
The
It's
closing, Bobby Conklin. You got to stretch it out like Bobby. Good
I
night.
don't remember.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
No, you can't say it like that.
Nick.
Good night, everybody.
There you go, Rich.
Good night, everybody.
Do you want to do the whole thing?
No. I don't.
Remember, you say when we say the place to take chances is not on the highway.
I'll be honest
But on the
with you.
speedway.
Yeah.
I never paid that much attention to Bobby.
He
I
did that a lot.
I had total
Every
different
night.
thing going on with Bobby. Bobby was one of the employees you don't worry about. Bobby
Yeah.
was fine-tuned.
Well, until we're gonna
Well,
try
here,
to do it Thursday.
Brian Dolan put it on here early. Remember, the place to take chances is here on the racetrack and not on the highway.
And
So
let me
until
tell you
next
this.
week, good night,
If I
everybody.
may say this, don't back off, don't slack off, and don't jackknife that rig. Go down the roadway to life.
Well, that being said, until Thursday, good night, everybody.